It's a surprise when you open the door. When you open your eyes, a little smile, it turns my whole world inside out. Little touch and I'm yours. Tell me you can be mine. It's like I'm dreaming, you're the one I'm
The Havel H2 from just $23,990 drive away. Every drive is a surprise.
every day.
Have it all.
It's an extremely warm welcome here to Adelaide Street Oval in Tumbiumbi for the Hunter Vale Black Diamond Cup match between Killarney Vale and Warners Bay. Very good afternoon on a glorious day on the Central Coast to our expert commentator and resident guru, Lucas J. Holmes. Lucas, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a picturesque day here at Adelaide Street Oval at Tumbiumbi. Had two fairly good games of football so far. Hopefully this third one is going to be likewise.
Let's hope so. Lucas, you were telling me earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas has had a big day so far. He's played reserve grade. He came in as an emergency and umpired the women's game. Lucas, the ceremonial jumpers for today's reunion for the 87, 97 and 2007 sides, you were saying they're excellent jerseys. Do you want to talk everyone through them?
They are. They look superb in their alternate strips. As Kobe McClure in front of us. They've got the names of the 1987 Premiership team from Killarney Vale printed on the sash there across their body there.
Even almost a faux pas there, mentioning those black and red people from Melbourne.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Not them. We don't want to talk about Essendon.
No.
Sides for today. Lucas, if you could read through your beloved Warners Bay, and I'll look after Killarney Vale. And we've got some changes, ladies and gentlemen. So Lucas will detail Warners Bay for you. Louis?
Warners Bay Football Club, number 2, Jake Roach. 4, Ben Kernahan. 5, Matt Spinks. 6, Nick Turner. 8, Riley Irwin. 9, Rob Schindler-Taylor. 11, Tom McDonald. 13, Sam Gibbons. 15, Kai McGrath. 18, Ben Hunter. 19, David McGuinness is out. 21, Lockie Deverell. 24, Josh Nicol. 27, Sol Brown. 28, Kobe McClure. 30, Oscar Anderson. 35, Kane Gibbs. 37, Corey Deverell. 38, Tristan Warner. 41, Lincoln Stewart. 42, Nick Medcalf. 46, Ben Crawley is out. And the ins for those two outs, in number 12, Chris Avery. And in 31, Leo Vo. David?
Thank you. Killarney Vale, number 2, number 3, I beg your pardon, Harley Byrne-Leitner. Number 4, Liam Hassel. 5, Brendan Lewis after an 11-goal performance in Rizzy's last week, Lucas Holmes. Scott Reid in 7, Jaden Banfield in 8, Ben Simpson 10, Harley back at 11 has been very consistent. Kyle Warford also number 13, very consistent. Campbell Wilson 16, Michael Forster 18, Connor Riley 19, Jordan Carrick 20, Max Mumford 21, Ryan Barrett 22, Sean Sinclair 23, 27, Jake Shelnack is out. 32, the ruckman Tim Oosterhoff, who's had a terrific season and will figure strongly in their best and fairest, in my opinion. 34 is Nathaniel Lander. 39, Trent Devlin. 41, Nathan Chaplin. 51, Michael Broadman. 52, Sam Jabua. And in for Shelnack is number 36, Will Cross-Hicks. Lucas, umpires, please.
Umpires, field umpires, Stephen Bloom, Dave Parsons, Darryl Luck. Boundary umpires, Colin Goodenough and May I Luck. And the goal umpires, Andy Baldwin and Jody Jackson.
Caught up with stats before the game. He's in good form and spoke to both he and Jody, and they're looking forward to the appointments next week when we've got some finals games, which we might go through when we come back from the halftime break and get the ladders up and have a look at who we think the finals will look next week at Maxwell Grant Oval in Rutherford, Lucas, and I know you'll be there. So, Lucas, I had to catch up with Jake Roach during the week for our interviews for next week, and the other interviews will be with Alexandra Pearce, who's broken a collarbone and is out for the season for Warren Lakes, which hurts them, and Kiralee Deer, the inspiring head of Run Against Violence, is Gary Birkinshaw did an article on Kiralee this week, and I've been asked to do one for next week. She's inspiring to speak to, Louis. Look, for this game, I spoke to Jake Roach, and he was confident of a good performance. It definitely hurts not having McGuinness. There's their prime rover, and puts a lot of pressure on Matt Spinks to have a big day out, I would imagine. Ben Crawley being out. You were telling me off air a moment ago that McDonald, the Ed Sheeran lookalike, will ruck, and perhaps you've got a bit of information on who might back him up?
Maybe Jake Roach might pitch it a bit in there, David. We'll have to see, though.
Okay, then. Well, that's very interesting. Jake would certainly give them a mobile, skillful ruckman if he goes in there and spends some time. Earlier on today, in the game that Lucas Holmes umpired, Killarney Vale defeated Warners Bay 73-20. Carlia Rocco out for the season with an ACL, PCL, lateral ligament injury, which is an awful knee injury. She's gone for 12 months, she was telling me.
She is. She's a very good player for the Warners Bay Women's. They'll miss a big time in the next season and the next week as well. Sorry.
Absolutely. She was telling me earlier on the locamotive's been derailed. So no more locomotive, Carlia. And I've been asked by the girls to call Di Krepp's got a nickname Siggy Butt Braid apparently. So
there you go.
There you go. Di Krepp's been playing very good football in her first year for the club. And Killarney Vale got a very handy women's side, actually. People like Monique Madalinas, Sky Bailey, Georgia Butler, they can all play. So those clubs will be in finals next week, along with Wine Lakes and Gosford. We'll give you the rundown of that later on. Almost ready to go. Sorry, and reserve grade Lucas Holmes. Warners Bay couldn't get enough goals.
They didn't, and they Killarney Vale had some very skillful ex-first graders in Corey Shackleton and Dame Amity, as you do, running around in your reserve grade side.
Plus others.
Yes.
They are very handy. They will go a fair way in reserve grade. They're going to give you guys a real show. This time last year, Warners Bay at this very ground surprised the hell out of Newcastle City. It's going to be tough ask for the Bay next week in Rezzies. Warners Bay on their way out. 6 Kernahan in front of us, going up towards centre-half forward, I'm assuming, or up deep in attack. Or actually, now, just for, Scott Reed's going forward. So Kernahan's gone forward. Now, let's have a look who's in the centre here for Warners Bay. So McDonald's in there. The steam train, Ben Hunter. Jake Roach is there.
McGrath.
It's McGrath.
At the back, yeah.
So McGrath's on the back.
And Jake Roach playing that quarterback role.
Yes, that's right. So there's the 4 starting centre in the centre for Warners Bay now. We'll have a look who sets. Ustaf will guarantee will be one now. As Cabillo, I didn't see Cabillo's name in there, so interesting to see who else is. He's not in the.
No, he's not
named. Ustaf, I think, is one of the league's best ruckmen. I'm assuming Mumford will end up there somewhere. There, Max is in there in 21. He's coming into the back side of the ruck there. Contest. There's Wolford in there. Kyle Wolford's in 13. And also, it looks like Jordan Carrick, who is left-footed and may go on the left-hand side. No, he's not. He's been moved over to the right. So Stephen Bloom looks like he's got the football, Lucas. We're ready to go here at Adelaide Street Oval, the Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup. It's the penultimate round 17, into finals in a couple of weeks. And one thing we haven't spoken about, Lucas, Warners Bay must win and hope that Nelson Bay get touched up by Cardiff, and then Warners Bay are alive. As for 7 days, you never know your luck, do you, Louis?
You don't?
Siren about to go. Rock and roll time here. McDonald in the ruck with Ustaf, 2 young, talented ruckmen. And we're off and away on a glorious Central Coast day here at Tumbiumbi. Throw in actually favours McDonald. He gets it away. Roach, very good tackle straight away. Good to see a good tackle being put on. Umpire says that'll be mine. Putting that tackle on was the consistent Kyle Wolford.
Just quick on the ground, David, with the rain we had during the week, it's nice and soft underfoot there, the ground, so it should be, and it is in perfect condition.
Oh,
David.
Another very good tackle. Yes, thank you, Lucas. Made on Burnlight, I think. Schindler Tato at the back there. Screws that one around, goes straight down the spine. Oh, good punch out there coming out. Oh, it could have been over the shoulder to Ustaf, I thought. No. Wolford just waiting. Is that a free kick coming or a throw?
Must be.
I think. Yeah, that's a Schroeder. Is it McClure with the football?
It is McClure, David.
Thank you. There'll be a lot of corrections today because Lucas Holmes' boys are here. And big Kane Gibbs gets a touch early, Lucas. Been the prime forward in the competition for 5 weeks.
He has. He's only 5 goals behind Scott Reed in the leading goal kickers competition we have.
Now, this will test him. There is a breeze today. For one of the first times this year, there's a breeze down at sea level, and when we're at the coast, it's quite breezy. Here today, there's a touch of breeze that we can see. It's not too big. You can see the background there, just enough. Now, Kane Gibbs has got an interesting ball drop, Louis, in that he uses 2 hands all the way. Most unusual. Let's see how the big fella goes. Gibbs for the first score of the day in that left pocket. Drops it okay, keeps it low. And loves it, I reckon. Just waiting on the goal umpire, Jody Jackson. Goal, Kane Gibbs. And away they go. Kane Gibbs continues his great form. Killarney Vale yet to score. Warners Bay 1 straight 6. Lucas Holmes.
Hunter Haval. Looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval on the range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $23,990, drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Haval, give you more. Book your test drive today.
Looking at them next to one another, Beckett and Gibbs, there's at least 4 stone between them. Beckett may get him at ground level, but he can't get in a one-on-one contest with Gibbs. He'll monster him. Ball comes out here. Little kick comes from Mumford. Goes out towards that deep pocket. Chasing is Turner. Oh, coming through fast. Couldn't pick it up. He keeps at it. Oh, ducks his head under McDonald's tackle. That was Sinclair. Umpire Parsons says, I'll have that, and it's good to see that Dave's recovered from last week where he took a bit of a knock and was quite distressed at the end of that game, Lucas.
Spoke to him before the game. He's in good spirits, Dave Parsons.
Thank you. Ben Hunter, the steam train, somehow gets a handball out. Don't know how he did that. Long ball comes down. Got to get in front. Schindler Taylor doesn't get the best of the bounce. Well, gone, Burnlight. No, he gets a kick away. Ball goes forward. Churns around. Goes back to Oosterhoff. Goes long, does the ruckman. He's Reed somewhere up there. No, he's not. Mark taken. Hard to see that number. It looks like Brendan Lewis actually in 5. Gets Reed. Now Reed's in the open, leading Stewart. Gets onto his left. Grows Grubber. Turner at the back. What can he do? Gets that down the boundary line. Got to make a contest. McDonald does. And in fact, it's a football. Has to get the way. It's gone. That should be gone. Thought he had prior, Lucas Holmes.
Could have gone either way, David. Dave Parsons, though, right in front of the players you want to be.
Oh, God, Mr. Diplomacy's back, ladies and gentlemen. I just like it when Lucas has a big opinion, but he won't ever go at umpires. Sticking with the flock, aren't you, big fella? Another ball upcoming. Tackled there was Simpson. McDonald and Ustaff. Ustaff right-handed. Mumford trying to root him. Roach has been quiet early. Out that ball comes to Anderson, this impressive youngster from Port Macquarie. Finds the space. Oh, a terrible bounce to Turner. Going straight through like a steam train. Gets that ball coming out was Debnam. Goes long, chest mark Reed. Now, this ground at Adelaide Street, for those that can't see it, is not actually symmetrical. And that pocket is not very deep at all. It's quite narrow. And Reed's got a real chance here. He's a very nice kick of the footy, Louis. I'd almost back him in.
He sure is. Very class player, Scott Reed. We'll see how he goes.
Reed will end up kicking this from only 25 or 30 out. 30, actually. Now, what's he done? I think he's gone near side, Lucas. Doesn't like the kick. Waiting for Andy Ball. I beg your pardon. Just the way he came out of that, I thought he hadn't kicked it. Goal, Scott Reed. And we're all locked up. 1 goal, 6 apiece after 4.5 minutes elapsed time. Lucas Holmes.
Belmont 16-footer Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL.
Elliot David Medal Night, the 23rd of August, just a couple of weeks away, Lucas. Should be a beauty.
Should be a very good night, David.
Can't wait. Does a great job. Our compere will be Steve Allen, the BDAFL ambassador, who's a superb compere, great MC, and a terrific night being run. 23rd of August, Belmont 16-footers, the home of the Black Diamond AFL. Ruck contest to Oosterhoff, and Oosterhoff right-handed, beats McDonald that time. Walford at ground level, can't pick it up. Pursued by, it gets it now, still being pursued by Hunter. Mumford gets cleaned up there. McGrath tries to put a tackle on. Out that ball comes to Simpson. Just a half volley there and picked up now by, I think that was Irwin. Yeah, it was. McGrath looks wide. Here's a voice. Schindler Taylor will take that in front of him. Being marked here by Barrett. Schindler Taylor, this exciting young player, played rep footy this year at this very ground, Lucas. Goes long. 65 metres he's kicked that. Could be a mark to McClure. Gibbs comes through hard. Kernahan at ground level. Gets it out towards Gibbs. He wants to get on his left. Looks at his options. Falls over. Handball out. Finds Kernahan. Kernahan's got no options but to go straight. What a goal! Great snap, Ben Kernahan, off a lovely handball from Kane Gibbs. Warners Bay 2 straight 12. Killarney Vale 1 straight 6. 6 minutes gone. Lucas Holmes.
GE Industrial Solutions. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years. Delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also a proud sponsor of the BDAFL women's competition.
And unfortunately for you, for the Warners Bay Club, Warners Bay knocked out of the finals in women's this afternoon. So the final 6 will be Newcastle City, Nelson Bay, Gosford Maitland, Killarney Vale and Wyong Lakes. Ball back into the centre. 6.5 gone. McDonald and Oosterhoff again. This exciting young pair. McDonald that time right-handed, trying to find Jake Roach. Gets belted by Scott Reed. And Reed goes straight down the centre with a barrel, Louis. He's hit that barrel beautifully. Drops short at ground level. Good tackle made. No, Anderson misses what he should have taken. This gives Carrick a chance. That's Stewart now. He'll do the backman's thing. He's in a shepherd. Finds Turner. Left-hand handball out to Anderson. Who's Anderson got? Whoever. He got Hunter, but Hunter gets pursued by Reed immediately. Oh, straight through. Well done. But back there is Stewart on his own. There's a play down for Killarney Vale. I'll get you to keep an eye. That might actually be Reed, Lucas Holmes.
It does look like Scott Reed.
Thank you. Josh Nicol handball out. Beats his man, does Hassel. Left foot. Punched out. Well, good defensive play. Anderson. Oh, lovely little shimmy. Now he's looking for Schindler Taylor. Contest here. Well done, Barrett. Nudges his man out legally. Takes a mark just in front of centre wing. Barrett left-footed, goes up the hot spot. Stewart at the back. Ball comes down here. Oh, is that a legal disposal? Was paid, so it should be a goal here. Off the knee. No, correct. I reckon Andy Baldwin's signal that's off the knee. And we have it behind. Killarney Vale 1-1-7. Warners Bay 2 straight 12. Saw one of those last night at, what's it called now? Simmons Stadium.
Yep.
With the ball from Papley that was just a goal. Dad and I weren't sure if it was a goal or behind. Now, out of bounds from the centre kick, from the behind kick out, dreadful kick, really. And Wolford.
Yep.
Wolford's got that deep in that pocket. Now, he's got the 10 metres. Yeah, here he goes. He's run around. What's he going to do? Squares it. And that might have gone out of bounds and full on the other side. I reckon you might have seen the effects of that breeze there, taking it away there, Louis.
It is a fairly strong breeze out there too, David, so the players will have to learn to adapt to that.
And was it going across the ground more so than straight down it when you were out there, Louis?
It was sort of coming from... It was sort of on that angle, so sort of half across the ground and half sort of going straight up and down. But the team, Warners Bay in this instance, going left to right, definitely have the advantage of that breeze.
If you have a look at the tops of the trees that we can see on our screen now, that's picked up since the start of the game. That's now a significant breeze. So interested to see how players go through that. Irwin with the footy. Hunter gives him an option short, but that'll go across goals. Does the sensible thing and goes as long as he can. Oosterhoff at the back. Couldn't quite grab it. Can McDonald recover? Reid comes in and puts pressure on him. McDonald makes a good tackle. Oosterhoff will pick that ball up. I think it's gone out of bounds. Stephen Bloom says so, and I think that's Mayo Luck out there on that boundary today, is it? Yes, it is. Great day here at Adelaide Shire Oval. Reunions of grand finals are always big ones. There's 3 here today. Jake Roach with his first kick today, goes long. Kernahan stops that ball coming out. Schindler Taylor's on his left. We'll try and find Gibbs. He's got him. No, Gibbs can't get there. Taps it inside. How can the big fella work this through? He's gone on his left and shanked it. He didn't have a right foot there. So that's a behind. Warners Bay 2-1-13. Killarney Bay 1-1-7. Elapsed time 9 3/4 minutes. Interesting, Gibbs there couldn't run around at his right. Didn't have much of a right foot option, did he?
No, just both teams moving the ball fairly swiftly here, and it's on. Long kick towards Ben Simpson.
And it's a beauty. Absolutely superb spot. He drops it. So Spinks goes to ground. Killarney Bay's got the numbers. Hassel at the back. Comes back to Boonleitner. Played forward earlier on this season. Spots up a short kick. He's a beauty to Carrick. Should have gone with 2 hands. Kernahan at ground level. Gets a tiny little handball out. Anderson nudged out of it. Ball goes long. Walford, hands out. Debnam on his right. Hot spots it. There's a chance. Lachlan's at the back. Does a great job, does Lachlan Deverell. Oh, is that played over the shoulder, Louis?
Has, David.
Thank you. So Brendan Lewis gets a free kick against Lachlan Deverell. For the second time that we've seen Lachlan Deverell in 3 weeks, he's got his hands full. Lewis can play Lucas Holmes.
He sure can. Ex-Killarney Vale skipper from last season, David.
Indeed. Been overseas this year. Come back into firsts. Right on the arc. Gets a fair bit of it. Now, there's the breeze. There's a perfect illustration that the breeze is going away from us. He hit that halfway between the goal post and the behind post. It's gone out of bounds on that narrow side. The steam train Ben Hunter to pick this one up. Apparently, he's been being called out at training, Lucas Holmes. I hear.
There you go.
I hear. No comments. Actually, it's McDonald with the football. I thought it might have been Hunter. This outstanding young ruckman McDonald goes very long. At the back, the ball comes. Oosterhoff being chased by Schindler Taylor. Effective tackle. Boonlight, a tiny little short kick, hits Dednam on the chest. Coming square. Finds Barrett, who's away. Left-footed. Who's he found? Looking for options. He picked up well. Going short and square again. Oh, that should have been taken. Not by Walford. Almost a push in the back. Got to be careful here. Stewart picks it up. Somehow comes out. Little soccer off the ground isn't overly successful. At the back is Chaplin. Umpire says mine. So 11 and a half minutes, 11 and 3/4 minutes gone here. A goal the difference, Lucas Holmes, to the Bay. Pretty even Stevens early on.
It is. It's been fairly even. It's been good to see the ball movement being fairly expansive from both sides early, David.
Jake Roach comes out of that one. Might have got one over the shoulder. And I think a little throw's been paid, I think, to Ben Hunter. Yep. Hunter goes long towards Kernahan. It's a 1-on-2. Sticks will do well or stay on his feet. He is a 1-on-4 now. If he can get out of this, he's a gem. Oh, in they come. They've done a very good job. Dednam picks up the scraps. At the back's Riley. Goes down that flank. Schindler Taylor. Oh, good tackle on Schindler Taylor. Ball comes out. Oh, good big heavy tackle on Anderson. The ball comes out. 1-2 handball. Goes hot spot. At the back is Reid. Oh, and uses his body brilliantly and kicks his second goal. Classy effort, Scott Reid, and we're all square again. 2-1-13 apiece. Lucas J. Holmes.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort. Pullman Magenta Shores Resort is an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast. Nestled between the pristine waters of the Pacific Ocean, Tuggerah Lakes, and surrounded by National Park, This resort offers guests everything. Impeccable service, amazing on-site facilities, sophisticated dining options, modern villa-style accommodation, and spectacular event spaces. Also a proud BDAFL charity partner.
Stewart caught off balance. Excellent use of the body by Reid. The class act. I think the best forward in the competition still, and finishes the business. We're all square. Ustav, McDonald, they'll go at it all day. Walford gets that football. Jake's been quiet early. Needs to get some touches, does Jake. And ball held in the centre circle. So they've done a very good job on Jake Roach. He can't get the football at the moment. They are missing McGuinness. Ball comes out. No one really got that in the ruck contest. Flies out. Debnam's got the chance here. Ball at ground level. Comes out McGrath. Goes with his left foot in front of Schindler-Taylor, who runs on. Corey Devils out there. Didn't put a shepherd on. Decided to run on. Schindler-Taylor could have been dragged out of that, I thought. Tackle comes in. Now he's a chance for a turnover. No, can't pick the ball up. Well done there. Excellent work. Ball comes out to the wing. Good tackle, mate. It's all tough stuff out here. Hard way to get a football at the moment. And the ball out in front, right in near the home plate of the baseball field, in the cage there in the corner. And we're all square at 14 and a quarter minutes gone. 2-1-13 apiece. LJ?
We are. It's just still in a bit of a feeling out stage from both sides as the ball's thrown in, David.
Thank you. Carrick on his left. Worm burner. Reid gets nutmegged. Ball comes out, handball. Lovely kick. I beg your pardon, it wasn't a lovely kick. He was trying to spot Schindler-Taylor, but pointlessly outmarked by Barrett, who's been in good form for Killarney Vale. He's always in the best. Roach. Oh, good strong hands, Debnam. Big strong build of a man there. Gets it into the 50. Nudged out by Lachlan. Well done. Anderson at the back mopping up. Irwin, is that Louis?
I was quite sure there. It was a long kick for space, looking for McClure, though.
Good tackle, McClure. Couldn't stop him getting rid of the football. Burnlighter, the 1-2. Goes square beautifully. Ustav on his own. McDonald cannot let that happen. Ustav goes. Oh, shanks the kick like a ruckman, and you wouldn't believe it. He's straight down the throat of Walford and McGrath. Walford goes to ground. There's two men tackling him there. Jake's got him. He's ducked his head. The umpire says, much to Warners Bay's chagrin, that'll be a ball up.
They had a 2-on-1 there in Warners Bay. They just needed the ball to squirt free.
Yeah, Lucas, I think that breeze is coming more in support of Warners Bay at the moment and against Killarney Vale. Hunter with one of his usual 25-metre kicks. Kernahan puts his body in, gets the ball to Schindler-Taylor. Quick ball downfield. Gibbs at the back, as was
Warner.
What was Warner? What? Yeah, I couldn't quite tell if it was 33 or 38. So ball out in front of Warner. Ball comes to Mayo Luck. For the first time in about 6 or 7 minutes, Warners Bay's got the football in their 50. They haven't had much football past the centre, have they?
They haven't, but when they've got it in, they've scored. So we'll see what they can do here, David.
Gibbs rucking there, noticeably. That's interesting. Up the back there is Chaplin. Contest. Shepherding, well done.
Avery, that was.
Thank you. Avery shepherds for McGrath. McGrath comes back with a 1-2, gets the footy. Looks, Shepherd smothered beautifully. Another contest. Walford's done brilliantly there. He really has. That ball comes out. Now, Jake Roach has got a chance here. Worm burns it, but successful to Irwin. Left-footed goes down the centre. Oh, good nudge out. Not marked, however. He needed to take that, did Jaden Banfield. Here's a chance. Ben Hunter, little short kick as he's his way. Corey Devil putting the speed on. Can he stay on his feet? No, he can't now. Ball comes out. Kernahan in there, puts a good tackle on. And result is?
It's a ball up.
Thank you.
Kernahan did quite well there to turtle Jabor, as we say, roll him over, so he didn't give away an infringement for pushing him in the back.
And create a stoppage for Warners Bay deep in attack, Lucas. Kernahan misses that ruck contest. Schindler-Taylor's on the outside here. Ball comes out somehow. Kernahan, very quick hands to Vo. What's Vo done? Oh, good grab in front. Wasn't Gibbs' man. Someone who was in the slot there. Gibbs' man, he's 11. Beckett in front of us there. Oh, that is a superb spot. Missed, though. Anderson goes around. He's got a lot of time, this bloke. Too much time gone. Took too long that time. Just as you was get the commentator's moz, Lander gets a free kick. Goes short. Misses his target, which is Lewis. Coming through is Sol Brown, so he's back in first. So good to see. Metcalf. Good kick. Corey Devils in front. Can he get a chest mark? No. He's in front of Jabur out there. And in fact, that ball. So I reckon the breeze, Lucas, as our viewers are watching, is going from the scoreboard to the top right-hand corner. That's the direction because the ball's all going that way. And when Warners Bay hit long balls, it's just going that extra distance, I reckon.
And going from left to right, as you
The
said,
bottom
David.
corner,
Yep.
the bottom left to top right. Oh, good tap in, good offensive tap in. However, it's read by Beckett. Debnam, who's got a lot of touches first quarter. Almost a mark to Metcalf. He'll go straight through. Beautifully done. Straight down the spine. Can he deliver to Gibbs?
Warner.
No, Warner, I beg your pardon. I thought Kanye, that was he must be in the square, he's out of play. So Warner's got one of these narrow pockets to kick from and in the natural side for a right footer. Ex-Musselbrook Junior as is Kai McGrath. Playing good football for the Doggies this year. They both have, actually.
McGrath's been very good also playing Sydney Swans Academy football, David.
Got a big rap during the week from Jake Roach in the interview that I've done for next week. Jake reckons he's a star, McGrath. So this is Warner. Keeps it low. And I reckon he's kicked that. Goal. Very good effort, Tristan Warner. And much against the run of play, Warner's Bay are in front. 3-1-19, Killarney Vale 2-1-13, 19 gone. Lucas J. Holmes.
ISC has been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel for elite sporting teams for over 20 years and are proud to be the official apparel partner of the Black Diamond AFL.
Very good spot. So here is Warner again. He's underneath the Doggies logo there. Keeps that three-quarter goalpost high, and Jody Jackson just goes to his right, and there's the result. Two-gun kid. So here we go. As predicted by Lucas Holmes, he's got all the good mail, ladies and gentlemen. He does have a lot of information. Jake Roach into the centre. Oosterhoff gets him. Now, this could open up Roach to get some kicks because he'll have some room to run. Straight down the spine. It's a 1-on-2. Warner comes to behind him, gets a crash ball. Corey Deverell stays on his feet and gets tackled. Should have been gone and was paid. Umpire, perfect position, Lucas Holmes, and a very effective tackle. Gibbs can't quite stop that. Burnlightler drops the football. Goes long. A beautiful spot by Harley. Finds this man, Debnam, who's got a lot of the football on that far side of the ground this quarter, Lucas, hasn't he?
He has. He's been good.
Puts that ball up. Off at the back. Almost an unrealistic attempt. Lachlan coming through. Tries to beat his man. Just gets the ball away. One more handball. They're out, Warners Bay. Okay, Schindler Taylor at the back. Now, there's something going on here. There is a bit of argy-bargy and a free kick, and then Deverell's got dragged down. Just got to keep smart heads in there. For some reason, Jace got a free kick, and he's got the football. Argy-bargy's finished. The football's gone. Ball gets shanked somewhat. Goes out towards Deverell. They've stepped inside. Barrett gets onto his left, goes long. Scott Reed's got the football. Away he goes in front of Schindler Taylor. Can he keep it in? Now he's found a man. Can he do something with this football? Oh, he's going to run into an open goal. That's ridiculous. How has he got open there? Just waiting to see what this player's number is, Lewis. It could be Brendan Lewis. Just wait for him to turn around. Great work, Scott Reed. And with Killarney Vale now 3-1-19 to Warner's Bay's 3-1-19. Still waiting for him to turn around and get a number if we can. There we go. Coming around. Still talking about the play, Lucas. There we go, 21. So it's Mumford. Max Mumford's got his first of the day. But what a spot by Reed. And how does Mumford get open in the 50, Louis?
Yeah. No player should be open in the 50 by that much, but let alone Max Mumford, David.
Yes. Again, shows the creativity of the coach, Scott Reed. As I said, he's in interviewing. He spent time down there playing football in Melbourne with Sandringham. And on Collingwood's, I beg your pardon, he's on Collingwood's list. You would have loved to have seen him have an opportunity because he's a skillful player.
He was at that time where Collingwood played those two consecutive grand finals in 2010-11, so it was fairly hard to crack the team at that time, David.
Yes, Lucas. And who won that grand final in the end? Wouldn't have been Collingwood, would it? Oosterhoff and Roach. Roach goes up early. No one wins it down. Reed's gone at the quarterback. Did you see that? Reed's in the centre, which is really interesting. Ball comes out. Walford's not trying to pick it up to stop being tackled. That's Vo at the bottom of that pack. Out that ball comes. McClure, right footer. Beautiful spot.
Avery.
Thank you. Finds Chris Avery. The late replacement. Avery goes short. And finds his man in McGrath. Outside 50. Now, where's Gibbs? Where's Kernahan? Kernahan in the front of the screen.
Michael Forster's done a really good job there and just sitting in the hole to not allow leads in there, David.
Thank you. So they've got someone on the slot. So they're working on stopping Gibbs. Gibbs had a 1-on-2 there. Got a crash ball, got a stoppage. But you're right. So you saw Forster in front, did you?
Foster just dropped into the hole to not allow any leads in there, as McGrath would run around onto his right to try and put it to the top of the goal square.
Well, that's cup level football. You expect that sort of thing from clever coaches. Oosterhoff, a big tap. 35, 40 metres now, Oosterhoff. Worth a kick. McDonald. Can he put a tackle on Devnam? He gets him off balance. Ducked his head there. Quick hands come out. Play on. Schindler Taylor's got a chance. Gibbs at the back. Good mark taken. Ooh. Blew his whistle early. Goodness me. Bit him around. Barrett might have been lucky to get that mark, Lucas. Anyway, stick with what's happening. Lynch Stewart's in the forward line. He's got Backman's union card, hasn't he? What's he doing up here? Don't know.
It's beyond me, David.
That's almost out of bounds on the full.
And being paid there by Mayo Luck on the far boundary.
In the perfect position. It must have been close. So Oosterhoff's kick goes and ends up in McDonald's hands for an out-of-bounds free kick. Burn lightly gives the football back. Now, McDonald's too far. Probably needs to get this to the hot spot. There are a lot of, as Lucas Holmes has alluded, there's a lot of Killarney Vale numbers. McDonald does the most practical thing. Kerry Deverell stay out of the contest trying to get the football. It does! Behind. Couldn't get that ball around. So a point. Warners Bay 3-2-20. Killarney Vale 3-1-19. 24 minutes elapsed time. Not too much longer left in the quarter, Louis.
There isn't. It's been very good quarter from both sides. They've been fairly even. Good to see some free-flowing football.
Very good. And Killarney Vale right up and about Adam, which is good to see.
You'd expect that, though, on their old boys' days, it were.
It was. Now, Huddle has started here. The Warners Bay have got some outriders, but here comes the Huddle. Oosterhoff's coming outside. Couple of players coming outside. So he's trying to hit Oosterhoff. Anderson ducks his head slightly. McDonald chases. Very well done there by Beckett. Handball comes out. There's Lander. Can he keep it in? No, in front of Stewart. He can't. Right in front of the interchange bench. That's right on the in the centre of the ground. A lot of people hanging around. The Warners Bay ladies have got a bus today. They're hanging around. The Killarney Vale ladies are here enjoying the day. It's a lovely day for football. Most enjoyable sitting there having a quiet soft drink. Okay, ball comes out there from McGrath. It's a 1-on-2. It's done. Reid! What a specky, Scott Reid! Can we get a replay if we can of that, guys? Great mark, Reid. And a perfect pass to Lewis, I think. Goodness me, hasn't Reid put his stamp on this game so far? Puts that ball up. Stewart's in front. Walford at the back. Crash ball coming. Debnam. Across the face. Landers kept that ball in and eventually it's gone out. Colin, good enough. Can we see a replay of that? Here we go. Look at this for Specky. Reid, he's got 3 or 4 foot high there with a great ride. Specky, one grab stuff from Scott Reid. Great stuff. McDonald, double-hander. Mumford! Waiting for a touch call. Warners Bay is saying they've touched it. And Andy Baldwin saying, no, you haven't. Killarney Vale in front. 4-1-25 with Max Nungson's second goal. Warners Bay 3-2-20. LJ?
Prime 7. In 2017, Prime 7 has every big game live and free. Coverage includes 4 games every round on 7, mate, including Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Here we go, double-hander. So they're claiming that's touched by Lachlan Deverell. And they're all saying touched. And goal umpire is quite positive. It wasn't. Decision made. We move on. 4-1-25, 3-2-20. Killarney Vale in front by 5 points. Just at the end of the first quarter now. That ball comes out Turner. No, it wasn't Turner. Sorry, it was Spinks who's been quiet. And there is quarter time. So at quarter time on the big reunion day here, is there a free kick coming? There is. Sorry, Lucas, we won't stop. Reid's got a free kick inside the square. And I guarantee you'll have a barrel at this. So Reid's got the football. Just past centre square. This would have to be a Malcolm Blight job to get near the goals. Let's see what Reid's form is like with a barrel. Gets a massive piece of that. Honestly, that's gone 65. Ball touched, and there's quarter time. Killarney Vale 4-1-25. Warners Bay 3-2-20 goals. Warners Bay 3 individual goal kickers. Ben Kernahan, Kane Gibbs, Tristan Warner, Lucas Holmes. The goals for Killarney Vale.
Killarney Vale goals, 2 doubles. Max Mumford with 2 and Scott Reid, the skipper, with 2.
Lucas Holmes, your words at the end of that quarter were prophetic. Very entertaining. Good open football. Good quality football. Couple of lovely goals. Interesting that Killarney Vale are blocking up the avenues to goal for Warners Bay. They've done their homework and got someone in the slot. And Reid has just been brilliant. He's the main difference in the game so far.
No, he has been, Scott Reid. Leading from the front, as you'd expect from a player of that calibre, David.
Indeed. Thank you, Lucas Holmes. Ladies and gentlemen, back with you shortly. Thanks to our expert commentator, Lucas Holmes. Back with you shortly with Killarney Vale leading by 5.
It's like I'm dreaming, you're the one I'm all about. Say
The Havel H2. From just $23,990 drive away. Every drive is a surprise. Have it all.
Welcome back to Adelaide Street Oval here at Tumbiumbi on a beautiful day on the Central Coast. After, as Lucas Hames was saying earlier on, a bit of rain late this week was great. It really softened the ground up, and you found that underfoot. It was good. It was good underfoot, Lucas.
It was. It's good with the drainage they put in last year here.
Yes.
It's a sand base, so it takes a mush up fairly quickly, but you still want it a bit soft underfoot.
Big cheerio out. My father's here up from Victoria. My father, Michael. G'day, Dad. How are you? Good to have you here at football. Lucas Holmes is happy because Dad loves watching Collingwood, just like the great man Lucas Holmes here. So big cheerio to my father, Michael. It's great to have him here at the footy with us.
Sure is, David.
So Killarney Vale up by 5 points, and really on the back of a superb individual performance from Scott Reed and a lot of football at ground level. They're missing McGuinness, and they need Spinks and Jake Roach to really start getting football. Ben Kernahan onto the ball, Lucas Holmes. That is not a surprise.
It isn't. We'll see how he goes.
Oosterhoff and McDonald. McDonald gets that one. Kernahan misses. Good tackle, Juan Walford. McDonald.
And he's got a free kick paid against Kernahan for holding on too long when the tackle, David.
Thank you. Just saw that at the corner of my eye. I'm thinking, I wonder if he's held on for too long. Fantastic atmosphere at Adelaide Street Oval. A lot of people here today, Lucas, from both clubs, really enjoying this afternoon footy. It's a pretty nice day for it too. Ball comes out wide. Debnam's got a chance here. No, that ball's curved in the air. Reed and Stewart. Reed's so strong. Oh, well read Lachlan Deverell. Takes a chest mark uncontested. Looking both flanks. He's going to hit Anderson, I reckon, and spots him up. So players moving in front of it. Anderson's gone across field. Ben Hutter's running to space. Now this time he'll get onto his right and hit someone. Does find Schindler-Taylor. So well worked by Deverell, Hutter and Schindler-Taylor to the far flank. Schindler-Taylor, low and direct. And that's a mark. Beautifully done, Avery. Thank you. Got it that time. I can tell by the grey hair, actually. You won't like that much, but I can. Little short ball. Has that gone out of bounds on the full? It has not. Colin Goodenough says that's probably hit the line off ordinary kick. So Warners Bay need to get more from their followers. I think the Killarney, it's fair to say Killarney have won the clearances quite clearly, Lucas Holmes.
It is. Happens, though, when your main ruck rover is out of play today, as David McGuinness is.
I think David would like being called a ruck rover. I'd suggest to you he's a pesky little rover. Magnificent tap to Schindler-Taylor off McDonald. Double-hander. Mark! No, Jake's gone forward, interestingly. That's not a surprise. Tackle made. Got to get rid of that footy. Another tackle made, Gibbs. Who's got the football? Out that ball comes. That's Max is in there. So's Burnleitner. Very strong tackle. And umpire Dave Parsons said held to him. My football. Deep in that pocket.
We saw that on Old Boys Day at Warners Bay a few weeks ago with Warners Bay going that really tall forward line with Kernahan, Roach, Gibbs and Luke Roach pinching in there as well.
Avery gets the football out. Yes, Lucas, we did. And Luke Roach is also in there as well. He's not here today. Barrett. Long raking left foot kick. Should have taken that mark falling backwards. Didn't. Anderson tries to put Hassel off. And he does enough to get the ball out of bounds just near the cage. Almost on centre wing. With the presentations for Rezzies on behind us here with Killarney Vale and Warners Bay. After a pretty solid win by Killarney Vale, and they will be dangerous into the reserve grade grand finals, Lucas, with the amount of experience, talent they've got, particularly if Shackleton and Amity and these guys play. Goodness gracious me. Punch out. If that goes out in the full, luckily it hasn't, because the rules of football state that if that ball goes out in the full for a run contest, it's an out of bounds on the full free kick. Which you won't remember this, but that was brought in to stop Justin Madden doing exactly that for Carlton. When Carlton were tight, he used to just punch the ball out all the time. So they changed the rules, and it's a good rule.
It is. It's a very rare one to be picked up, though, isn't it, David?
Correct, Lucas. I like saying correct, Lucas, ladies and gentlemen. He always says correct, David. Hunter. Oh, someone went through like a steam train. Luckily, no one got hurt. Oosthoff at ground level. Lovely hands out. Carrick. No, this is Carrick, I'm sorry, on his trusty left. And hits Brendan Lewis. Now, Lewis is a superb deliverer of the football. Lets me down this time and hits Stewart on the chest. Reed slipped over at the opportune moment. Lee Stewart's hooked out at the last minute and created space. If they get going here, down the line, lovely. Now, he should turn and go, Avery. What kind of speed's he got? He's done a hammy. He has just done a hammy just then, and he's gone. Have a look here. Avery has just pinged a right hammy chasing that football. And he will not take, I reckon, Lucas, any further part today.
Sorry, David, you wouldn't think so. He looks in a fairly bad way there, does Chris Avery.
Yeah, that's a significant hamstring strain. It's just popped. Yeah, he's in trouble. Out comes the ice, I reckon. Ball comes out from Nickel. Goes to the centre area. Gibbs is in front. He'll want to get onto his left. Turns the corner. Finds Riley Irwin. Riley Irwin's now going forward. Lovely hands. Oh, good tackle, though. And that one's going to go out of bounds. So Warners Bay now down to 21 men, I would reckon. Avery will immediately get ace, and I will be very surprised if he takes any further play. So another struggle for Marty Ryman, who I'm told has got a new nickname of King George, thanks to Ben Kernahan. Don't know quite why, but he's King George. Out that ball comes. Corey Deverell in there, you can tell by his headgear. And Dave Parsons will ball this up. Jake Roach is the nominated ruckman for Warners Bay, along with Oosthoff. Jake's got the sit here, gets a left hand down. Oh, good tackle, but just a kick made. And McGrath, that's dangerous. This is the narrow pocket, Lucas, and McGrath should go back and take a ping. It is not an overly difficult angle from that northeast corner.
It isn't, David. He's a fit. Now I'll probably say he'll miss, but he's normally a very good kick.
Well, he's got good technical skill with his kicking, Lucas, and it makes an enormous difference. McGrath gets it up in the air. Wynn gets hold of it. Gibbs! And they've paid the mark. He's got rid of his man. You remember how I was talking earlier on about the strength and size difference? Yep. That's where Gibbs is a monster and he's hard to handle. As soon as he gets into a one-on-one contest like that with Beckett, he's going to kill him because he's just so much bigger. Beckett's going to staff him. Gibbs, this is a tough kick for a left footer. Walks back. And I reckon he slotted that straight over the fullback's head, just waiting for Stats Baldwin. Another goal to Kane Gibbs. He and Scott Reid even money today. And Warners Bay now back in front. 4-2-26, Killarney Vale 4-1-25 after 6 minutes. Louis?
Star 104.5 FM. Star 104.5 FM plays the music we all love and has proudly supported the Black Diamond AFL since 2005.
That mark is not where that was taken. He was standing literally a metre from the goal. I reckon he's taken that a couple of metres out. Anyway, Gibbs does the business. Too big, too strong. And not at the transference of the ball from the kick from McGrath meant that Killarney Vale couldn't get guys in front of him. So, Warners Bay up by point. Oosterhoff and McDonald. Bad throw up, ends up right to McDonald. Kernahan trying not to give a free kick away this time. He's ducked his head, and Darryl Luck says, thank you, I'll have that. Seems odd not doing a game with Ryan Stanton at it. We've had him a lot of times this year with Big Ryan. Oh, good punch out. Simpson. Hassel. Hunter got to stay on his feet. Usually does the steam train. Oh, lovely tackle, in trouble now. Good tackle, McGrath, no Pryor. Luck says that'll be mine. So, Scott Reid's at quarterback here, sitting at the back. There's Debnam on your screen. And Riley Irwin. McDonald, big tap out. Reid, who was at quarterback, gets the football immediately beset upon. Umpire says, I'll have it again. So, a bit of a stagnation in play here, just in front of the centre square, Killarney Vale side. Very strong work, Simpson there. McDonald needs to avoid body contact. Schindler-Taylor at fullback. Out that ball comes to Metcalf. On his non-dominant. Now he can go. If he gets a chance here. He gets pushed over. Roughly, actually, but good job. Way they go. Reid over the football. 2-metre kick is legit. Way they go. Hunter. Gets a decent bit of that. That's a much longer kick than that. Someone's just got dragged out of that. Play on. Gibbs got his wrong foot. Tries to find Corey. And coming through very hard was Barrett. Interesting. I wonder if Gibbs would have that time back again if he'd screw on his left and try and hit a snap, Louis. But very unselfish. He obviously, here we go. Gibbs, the big shepherd put on, couldn't quite hit Corey. So in comes the ball from Mayo Luck. Jake Roach in front. Oh, lovely handball. Deverell. Has he got enough time to get on his right? No. There's his brother. Misses, I think, left side. No, doesn't even get there. Gibbs can't quite take it. He's put off by Beckett. Burnleitner. Nickel takes a mark inside 50 at the back of Dednam. Goes square and finds McClure. No, it's not. Nickel. Just waiting. No, it was right McClure. Couldn't quite tell. Didn't seem the right colour hair for Nickel. So McClure's got that. Now, where's the mark? He's just outside 50 by the look of that. So I reckon with this breeze, this will pull him up. So need to get Rovers at the hot spot. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's just inside the square. So falls short as we predicted. Curves back in. Big pack of players. And ball run out of bounds by Jabur. Over there at the forward pocket. Colin Goodenough says, thank you, I'll have that one. Scott Reid's in there at this one. Warner's in there. Jake Roach will do the ruck work. And gets a tap almost uncontested, which is unforgivable. Irwin puts that ball up in the air. Now, where's Gibbs? There's Gibbs. Takes it. Lucas Holmes, too big and?
Too strong.
Thank you. The big fella takes another mark. He really is in the most confident form. And Jake Roach said during the week, during the interview we did with him, that he can see that Warners Bay's turned a corner. And if they start to get everybody fit and all their players back, you can start to see them getting many more wins next year, can't you? To be honest, and I know you're a Warners Bay man, but
with a fairly long young squad that Marty Roman's put together, we've got a perfect view here of Gibbs' kick. I'll go on after he's kicked the goal, hopefully.
Now he's been punching them short and low today, or low in particular, and again does the business. Doesn't need to kick him too far. Third goal, Kane Gibbs, started to become a factor. Warners Bay 5-2-32, Killarney Vale 4-1-25 10.25 minutes gone. Lucas, do you want to talk a bit more about that?
As I was saying, with the young squad that Marty Ryman's put together, you play. This is it's the first year. It's a learning curve for all the players, just trying to get their combinations set together in that first year, and you'd hope with a squad like this that they've got some very talented young players and some old heads round. You'd expect the next few years to be for them to be up there, rather, David.
And what we don't know is where the equalisation policy is going and whether Warners Bay, whether that will continue. And I'm not making any comments on the policy.
Yeah.
That's not my place.
Yeah.
What I don't know is how that's going to evolve, especially if we've got any large competition, Lucas. The league's got some interesting decisions to make. McDonald hits Hunter perfectly. Oh, has a bounce. Arrogance. Drags it left. And a mark. What superb. That's a clinic from Warners Bay. McDonald, Hunter, a bounce, Roach. And Jake's going to go back on the correct angle. Here we go. Hunter has a bounce, and he deliberately spotted Roach. And too big, too strong for Riley then.
He's definitely one you wouldn't want one out.
No, and this is the danger with Roach playing in the forward line. He mightn't get the ball in the centre, but he's very dangerous. Let's see if he can kick truly. Good look at it on our pictures. Doesn't. And posts it. He'll be cranky, Jake Roach. Should be. That was a sitter. 5-3-33. 4-1-25. Killarney Vale down by 8 and haven't done too much this quarter in attack. 11.5 gone. Here comes the huddle. Warners Bay have got outriders at half-back flank either side. Spinks is one of them. Nichols in front. Super huddle at centre half-back. Now, when do they go? Here they go. They're all going one side. And here they come to that side, and the kick is diabolical. That is awful. And a free kick, I think, to Jake inside 50.
It is. It'll be interesting to see what he does here if he centres it, or he can run around and, as we've seen, he can kick a very, very long ball, David. Okay, so Cross Hicks is on that 10-metre boundary. Roach, what's he done with this one? I think he's hit it near side. Another behind to Jake Roach. Warners Bay 5-4-34. Killarney Vale 4-1-25. I think he could have opened the space up for a bit. And it's again, Cross Hicks was in that area to stop him running too far. Super huddle again at centre half back. Outriders in place. Roach is one of them. Coming at Spinks. So Roach is underneath this. They want to be outmarking Spinks. He's only about 5'5". Ball comes down the line. Right in front of us in the com box. Here's an opportunity. Gets it out of there as Broadbent. Left foots it down. Lewis in front. Schindler Taylor on him. Great work, Schindler Taylor. Oh, gutsy Turner, as you would expect. Corey's going to get this football. No, he won't. And holding on to the player, I think, to Deverell. Yes.
You happy with that call?
Yep.
Thank you. Just in the corner of my eye, I saw it. Now, Reed's down the line here. Corey's got to walk this through.
He's gone around. He's going to get
He's gone. He's Schindler Taylor. Got to get one more, and they're out. They're out now. McGrath at fullback. Absolutely pristine delivery, and McClure should have taken it. Comes back, and he'll get a kick. So they're away down that flank. McClure, what's his delivery like? Magnificent. Way they go. Solo Brown's got a chance. I'll finish it. It'll be a great goal.
Yes.
What superb football, Warners Bay. Player of the day so far. Magnificent from fullback. McGrath to McClure to Brown. And a lovely goal. Warners Bay 6-4-40. And Killarney Vale 4-1-25. Champagne football, Lucas Holmes.
Bar TV Sports. Bar TV Sports specialise in the live streaming and broadcasting of local sport, including the Black Diamond AFL. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game.
And it is a privilege for us to call on Bar TV each week. They've given me a lifelong dream of being behind a microphone, and I know it's something that you'd like to do professionally. It's just so much fun doing what we do. I look for the highlight of my every week is being here with you and on the microphone. It really is.
Likewise, David. It's always a privilege. It's great fun also.
Yeah, and again, it is a privilege for us. We're just doing this because we love this, and it's a real opportunity we've been given. So we do thank Bar TV and Gary Birkinshaw and the Football League for giving us an opportunity. Ben Hunter can't quite get the football, puts a tackle on, ball back to the centre circle.
Let's Reed in there again, David.
So Reed's at quarterback here, Lucas. Kernahan at the backside for Warners Bay. Lovely tap out east off, but hits McGrath. Little ball comes out from Mumford. Stewart using the body well. Running past his Burn Lightner. Oh, gets a handball out to Lander. What's Lander done? Missed. Behind with a football on the ground there. So Killarney Vale 4-2-26. Warners Bay 6-4-40. We've gone 14 and 3/4 minutes in this second quarter elapsed time, I should say. And that wind is just a bit mild. It's abated somewhat, Louis. It's not that strong at the moment, not having that much influence. Schindler Taylor kicks it as far as he can, looking for Kernahan. Oh, good punch out, actually. Really good professional work from Cross-X, the late in front of Stixie. Spoke to Stixie. He's heading back to South Australia at the end of the season just to catch up with some friends, a few things on.
Yep.
And his club, Bridgewater, are going into the finals again. He tells me they're going to be a real chance in the finals. We wish them well. McGrath behind here. Nickel, got to stand up. Got to get rid of it now. He's in trouble. Tackle not made, so he can't call him for holding the man on the ball, sorry. Chaplin could have put a tackle on there. He might have been in a bit of strife. So, McDonald right in front of the combox, everybody. That's where we are, right in front. Great tap, Oosterhoff. McClure, Nickel, handballs it out. McGrath, one-hand pickup is beautiful from Mumford. Gets that ball into the Lucas Holmes pocket. And we'll have a ball up, 16 minutes gone. LJ?
As you said, very good stoppage there for Killarney. Vale deep in the pocket. Looks like who we got. We have McDonald and we have Sean Sinclair.
Yes. Oh, dragged out of that, I thought. Should have been a free kick, Killarney Vale. Got to punch that out. McClure does. Discipline. Oh, sorry, it's Warner. I beg your pardon. It looked like 28 for a minute. Away they go. There's Lachlan. Handballs it out with a fine-tooth comb. Oh, hits Hunter again. Hunter is having a blinder this quarter. Gibbs can't quite take it one-handed. Jake must have gone to full forward, Lucas. He has. Gibbs on the chase. Good tackle! Out in front of that, deep in that pocket there. So, yeah, Jake Roach playing out the square. Kane Gibbs has gone to a more of a centre-half forward Jack Revolt role with Roach playing out the square. Ben Hunter's out of court. He's just got you very rarely see him in so much space.
No, he's very damaging in space too, as we saw before, David.
Oh, dragged out of it, I thought, by Gibbs. And a free kick against Kane Gibbs to Oosterhoff. Good decision. Oosterhoff goes square, and they're away down their flank. That ball will sit up for Beckett, and he'll get a chance. Here he goes. Onto his left. Shanks the kick poorly. McDonald waits. Put off balance by Sinclair. At the back is Gibbons. Out that ball comes to Sol Brown. Ball on the ground. Got to be careful of pushing it back. Now it's in trouble. Ooh. Is that Hunter doing the pressure work there? No, it's not. Just
Lachlan Deverell by the looks of that, David.
This play here, no, it's actually
sorry,
Warner. It was Tristan
Warner.
Warner.
It was, sorry.
You happy about being Warner?
Yeah, that is Warner.
Oosterhoff takes that uncontested. McDonald, I think, thought that Jake Roach was contesting. Ball comes out in front of Jake Roach. Dangerous here. Puts the bump on. Good tackle, Corey Deverell. Jake Roach comes in late. Whoever that Carnival plays has been really courageous. He's taken 2 tackles and held onto it. Riley, good job, Connor Riley. McDonald's nominated this time. The 2 prime ruckmen go. Just McDonald. Gee, they're a good contest, these two. Very evenly matched in the air. McDonald at ground level. Can he keep it in? He can't.
Tom McDonald. Sorry, David, you go on.
No, Lucas.
Tom McDonald had his arguably best game the last time we had Warner's Bay at Fane Oval a few weeks ago, David.
He actually beat Billy Barton, I thought. Roach with a tap out. Clearly wins that one. Kernahan in there. Now a chance for Ben. What's he going to do? Gets on his right. Handballs out. Finds his man. Ben Hunter again. Gibbs at the back. One-handed. Now Gibbs has got a chance. Can he grab this football? He does. Left foot banana. And a behind. So Warner's Bay 6-5-41. Killarney Vale 4-2-26. 18 3/4 minutes elapsed time, Lucas Holmes, with a huddle coming, I'd suggest.
It has been interesting. They've seen they've gone to the huddle each time, Killarney Vale.
They have. So Corey Devill's got a man in the pocket. There are outriders here. This is Nickel. Anderson's on our...
There's a blood rule here, sorry, David.
Thank you. Oosterhoff by the look of this, Lucas Holmes. So we'll have to wait now until someone comes on to the centre area.
Yeah.
So just looking at our outriders. Anderson's on his own. Landers sitting off him. Nickel's got a man now. Now on comes Broadbent. Now he's got to actually get to the centre before this kick can be taken or until Killarney Vale give the nod. So Broadbent's going up to pretty much centre half forward and I think we're away. That player's gone too early. Here they come. Combox side. Is someone holding? No, they've hit their targets now. Sinclair. Oh, lovely Mark Anderson, I think. Goes square. He's found a man. Ben Hunter. He's actually got a paddock out there. Goes onto his non-dominant. Whops it up in the air. Got to get in front. Jake Roach has got to learn to play in front more often in the forward line. I thought McDonald got hands on that, but a mark paid. Oh, lovely. McDonald does the business that time. Now, let's see if Hunter can get this football. He can. Handball out. Superb to Vaux. Shanks it a bit. It's a 1-on-2. Oh, good body work. And I wouldn't have thought that Lachlan Deverill would have done work like that much in his career, but he's done it. He's put him off balance. So Lachlan's got this one. Lucas, that's inside 50 from this distance. Yes, it is. So there's the 50-metre arc just in front of us on your screen, just above the Killarney Vale sign. There's the 50-metre arc, I reckon, just going across there. And we'll wait and see how Lachlan Deverill now. He's kicking into whatever breeze is there, and it's really started to slow down, that breeze. Got a chance at this Lachlan Deverill. Can he kick this one? No, I think that's right. And, in fact, goes over Kane Gibbs' head. So he's kicked that narrow side. Warners Bay 6-6-42. Killarney Vale 4-2-26. 20 and a quarter minutes gone in quarter number 2. Been a good battle, but Killarney Vale has slowed in their attack. The plays have all been at the opposite end from us, hasn't it, Louis?
It has. It'd be interesting to see what they've done there with Lachlan Deverill going forward. We see at the back Lincoln Stewart on Scott Reed and Rob Schindler-Taylor on Brendan Lewis.
And that's why Schindler-Taylor's got the speed to go with Lewis. I don't think Deverill might, and I'm not being critical of Lachlan, but Lewis is a premium player who's got really good foot speed. Away go Killarney Vale down that flank. They've opened up that huddle beautifully. Across comes Hunter, who's been the best man on the ground this quarter. Beautifully tackled. Yeah, no, Hunter's been superb this quarter, and it's interesting. He's always a player that gets in and under possessions. He's just been free. He's really found some space. Might have been given a license to roam.
He has. He's done very well on the outside, which is unusual, as you just said, for Ben Hunter.
Well, maybe Kernahan playing on the ball opens up Hunter a bit. Double-hander McDonald. There's Hunter over there again. Gets the ball again. So Ben Hunter, brilliant this quarter. And there's Warner trying to stay on his feet. Eventually goes to ground. Handball comes out. Lovely work there in front of Debnam. Mark couldn't quite be taken by Banfield. Oh, good mark. Good tackle, actually. Spinks just gets that ball away, whether it was legal or not. Comes through his Gibbons. Runs into Jake Roach. He can continue on. Gibbs is on his left. Shepherd needs to shepherd for Corey. In fact, just pushes his man into the signs. And we've gone 22 and a quarter minutes. Warners Bay up by 16. They've been dominant. They have missed a few chances of goal. They would have kicked 4 or 5 behind this quarter. I think they kicked 3 goals. Brown, Gibbs. So not a bad turn. They would like to kick another one, I'd reckon. Well done by Beckett. Good tackle made Walford. Over that one was Cross Hicks. Now that was Riley Irwin, and that ball swerved to the right. Behind Warners Bay 6-7-43. Killarney Vale 4-2-26. 22 and 3/4 minutes gone.
Yes, they've kicked the numerous amounts of behinds, but they have kicked the 3 goals against the Breeds, David, which could end up being invaluable towards the end of this contest.
So on that far side is Hunter, furthest from us. He's one of the outriders, and Jake Roach is the other. So Warners Bay trying to corral them. Debnam goes early. And this time they've changed up. They're going far flank. Cross Hicks is out there. No mark taken. Out that ball comes. Little short right foot kick is superb if he can mark that. And away he goes, Burnleitner. Gets that ball onto his right. Underread it. Broadbent's read this best. He's beaten Anderson here. Gets onto his left. Goes onto his left foot. Squares it up. Little short kick. Schindler-Taylor very quick hands out. Jake Roach back on the ball where he should be for long periods. But a poor kick. Ustaft. He's a chance from there. Steps his man. Oh, he hasn't kicked that. It's going to drop short. Touched. And a behind. And, in fact, a free kick. I don't think that's a score, Louis. Free kick paid to the man in front, who is Metcalf. Nick Metcalf.
He's been very consistent over the past few weeks as Nick Metcalf, as he's come in hasn't played the full season, David.
Yes, Lucas. McDonald doesn't get the mark. Oh, Jake Roach, that's holding the man. Yep. Point-blank free kick. Jake doesn't have to touch the footy. McDonald rushes over to the mark. The Callies block the hole up from next to us. Walford in short. Goes short. Dreadful kick. Oh, ducked his head, did Vo. Gets the ball out, McDonald. He's looking for hands. Anderson. And that ball stays in and eventually goes out of bounds in front of Brown. Anderson's an impressive pickup. Now, it's Anderson and Irwin. And who's the third Port Macquarie player?
McClaw.
So the 3 of them have come down from Port. Okay. Anderson's certainly got the pedigree for playing good football, hasn't he? It's a good pickup for Warners Bay. The 3 of them are. And Jake Roach mentioned that in our article. He was very complimentary. It was a surprising interview, Lewis. So it was really, there's called at half-time. So 25 minutes gone. Warners Bay 6-7-43, Killarney Vale 4-2-26. Warners Bay's goals. Ben Kernahan 1. Sol Brown 1, 3 to Kane Gibbs, 1 to Tristan Warner. And goals to Killarney Vale, the same as at quarter time because they didn't kick a score that quarter other than a couple of behinds. Scott Reed 2, Max Mumford 2. Before we go to a break, Louis, your thoughts?
We kept saying it throughout that second term that they had not much in attack. Killarney Vale. We'll see. We'll have to see what they come up with in this third quarter if there any chance of kicking a score in this last half, David.
Yes, they quietened Reed a bit. He didn't get as much as football, and Ben Hunter had a champagne quarter. We'll want to look back on that replay very confidently. Okay, so it's half-time. Warners Bay up by 17. We'll go to a break and be back with you in about 7 or 8 minutes here at Adelaide Street Oval.
It's a surprise when you open the door. When you open your eyes, a little smile that turns my whole world inside out. Little touch and I'm yours. Tell me you can be mine. It's like I'm dreaming you're the one I'm
The Havel H2 from just $23,990 drive away. Every drive is a surprise.
every day.
Have it all.
nations, building a strong future by investing back to its own people, and that's what we've always done. We've never looked for profit. We just try to drive the money back into the people. Mining royalties have also helped build a sustainable growth unemployment. Instead of going out of our field, we looked at what we were getting in from mining royalties a number of years ago, about 7. We said, right, let's just reinvest that into employment, into jobs, into diversity, which we've done and quite successfully. I won't tell you how much we're making now, because that would make the government not give me any more money, which they don't. So where are we now? Okay, where did we start? Dunleith. Yeah, we had a cow, and that's literally what we had. We had a couple of cows, about nearly 100 kilometres away, and I drove through one day with Killarney, and I just said, look, is there any reason we just have a couple of cows here? And he said, well, visualise, maybe we should do something. So we've got about 900 now, and established the Gareth cattle station. Not a lot, but we take things slow. We've, developed the abattoir at Vale and at the cattle station itself. We built a little butcher shop first in Killarney, which is a community, but then we turned around, we bought the butcher shop in town, and now we're supplying the whole of Nullarbor in the region, which has been pretty good. We have a number of younger trainees in there.
Welcome back after half-time here at Adelaide Street Oval with Warners Bay just coming on the ground. They're leading by 17 points, 6-7 to 4-2. Now, Lucas Holmes is busily scoffing away a sausage roll quickly, and I've got the ladder for the GE women's competition, and it has finished as so forth. Newcastle City 16-0 with a percentage of 1,868. It was better than that before today because the Novas knocked off the percentage. They kicked 6 goals against them, or 5-6. Nelson Bay second. So Newcastle City and Nelson Bay get a week off. They go straight to the preliminary final in 2 Saturdays' time at Dick Burwell Oval. Then in third position at Gosford, and they will play the 6th place at Killarney Vale, if everything is correct on here, Lucas. Then Maitland and Wyong Lake. So the finals, the first finals next week in the women's competition will be Gosford and Killarney Vale, a Central Coast derby, and Maitland and Wyong Lakes. And the winners and losers of that will go on to have the daunting task of playing a ramp at Newcastle City, as Lucas Holmes has just built lemon squash everywhere over my laptop as well. Sorry about that, boss. Newcastle City and Nelson Bay in the prelim finals at Dick Burwell Oval. So, again, finals day at Maitland next week. Gosford and Killarney Vale in women's, we believe, and then Maitland and Wyong Lakes. That's to be confirmed, but that's the way it looks on the ladder to us. Lucas Holmes is nodding his head over to my side. As Josh Mumford comes off the ground there in a moon boot, that is so sad to see. He's got a broken ankle. And we hope that he comes back next year fully fit. Josh Mifsud, I beg your pardon, I mispronounced that name. Miffy's down there. And we're away to go. Oosterhoff and McDonald to recommence their battle. Short throw in. McDonald gets a double, grabs that out. Jake Roach straight down the spine. This is what Warners Bay love. Well read, though. Really well read. However, it's a poor handball to Hassel. Spinks right in front of the com box. Nickel, and that's right in front of the commentary position in the half-forward flank area here at Adelaide Street Oval. Welcome back, Lucas Holmes.
Sorry about that, David. Thank you. It's always great to be back.
It's good to have you here, mate. Colin Goodenough with the football. McDonald gets a right-hander. Hunter, who's just roamed free, goes through like the steam train he is, and the umpire says, I'll have it. Thanks. Very good tackle made on a very big, solid man, Ben Hunter.
Do you think he was the best player on the ground in the first half, David, Ben Hunter?
Yes.
There we go.
Vo completely bamboozled. Good tackle, McDonald. That's one feature of today. McDonald's tackled well. Like to see him start to pick up more marks as he gets more into his career, but he is a very handy player. He's only a young fella too. So's Oosterhoff. Oosterhoff does that brilliantly. Does the old Corey McKernan move. Hassel. Spinks gets him. That's dropping the ball. What attempted him? Anyway, okay, decision made. McDonald and Oosterhoff. McDonald's in front, gets the best of that. Good tackle. Now Oosterhoff will need to get in front here. Up goes Oosterhoff. Lovely right-hand tap down, beautifully read by Spinks, who gets it over his shoulder and out of bounds on the full. So your board's going to take this free kick right down in front of us in the shade, in front of the faithful. Can't see too many moving players for Killarneyville right now. Brown's on the mark. Here they come. Here's the one lead short. He goes long. Jake Roach at the back, probably over the shoulder, not paid. Broadbent, right footer. Sinclair in front. Turns his man beautifully. Left foot pass. That is such good football by Sinclair. Turns his man. Wrong foots him and hits Reed, who's a bit sore. Let's hope that's not serious. He has had very bad ankle injuries in his career, LJ. It's interesting. This ground's not hugely long. You can see the transection of the 50-metre and the centre square is very close. It's like the SCG. So when you get the ball moving quickly, you can transfer from back to forward very quickly. Not like at your home, which is a very big ground at Fayham. I think Hillsborough next week might be a shock for me. I believe it's quite small. Reed shanked that badly. That might be out of bounds on the full. And in fact is. So that's just about the worst kick. I think Reed's still wounded. He came up limping from that last contest. Jake Roach going over trying to get a cheap kick, but he won't get it. Rob Shindle-Taylor, who's got the job on Lewis, has got the football and handed over to Oscar Anderson. Anderson looking. He'll probably have to go down the flank as long as he can. 50 metres. 50-metre free kick for going over the mark with not a play on call. So Anderson's going to come up probably inside the square, Lucas Holmes.
He will. Gave that a fair Ruth did Oscar Anderson. We'll see what he does here, however. You've got...
Turner's on his own, and he's gone, Nickel, and he's found Nickel straight away, and he waits. Turner, I beg your pardon, waits, and can they make him to pay? Carrick gets a second chance, gets it away. Lovely mark, one-handed. Can't quite see. Yes, I can now. It's Chaplin. Handball over. Reed. Oh, it's a short pass, I beg your pardon. Now, Reed seems to have recovered well, and he'll want to make it. He'll be after a goal. He's gone around. He's run around. Scott Reed there's a mark there. I think Stats ball. No, Jackson says that's mine, however. So it's a behind. Killarney Vale, 4-3-27. Waters Bay, 6-7-43. And the longest kick in the league's got the football. This will get in the square if he goes long. There are players over the back here who are running Vo's one, but he goes short and finds Anderson. Vo's still free. Can't get him. Next option's going to be very interesting. No one free. No one in the centre. McDonald's saying go long. Goes direct, lovely spot, and eventually finds Brown. Brown comes down this commentary box flank. Kernahan in a contest, makes a contest and gets plays to ground. Lachlan Devil should have got a shepherd from someone there, from Irwin, and didn't. Left footer down. Warner, good grab, contested mark. Short hands, Irwin's in trouble. Now, here's what they want. Gibbs one-on-one, gets it to ground. Can he pick it up? He does, finds a handball in Brown. 30-metre handball picked off by Dednam, who's going to get tackled. Lovely work by Nickel. Ball off the ground. Now, where's McClure's out there? Oh, that's almost kicking a dangerous play, actually. Schindler Taylor's asking for deliberate and not paid. So, out of bounds, right over near the baseball cage, and we've gone 5 minutes 12. No goals in this quarter yet.
They've looked a lot more threatening going forward so far, Killarney Vale, in these first 5.5 minutes, David.
They have, and looking at the tops of the big trees, it's almost still. So the breeze has really died off for a little while. McDonald puts a tackle on, does a good job again. His tackling's been good. That's gone, not paid. Sinclair, as long as they let it go all day, Vo, as he's want, is low and getting things at ground level. That's what he's there for. Irwin, left foot, finds Kernahan. Now he'll turn around immediately and try and find Gibbs, who is one out. Oh, Roach, very good call. So Gibbs is one out. This is what they want. He gets very good work in front by Barrett. Left footer! Almost by McClure was brilliant. So Warner's Bay 6-8-44. Is that Lucas? To 4-3-27. 6 minutes gone. Quarter number 3. Killarney Vale pushing hard. Here comes the huddle. So Spinks in front of us is in the super huddle. Burnlight is out on his own here. And they've gone short to the pocket this time to Simpson. He'll find Burnlight. Nah, Spinks! No, well done, Burnlightner. Does well. Quickly transfers by good use of the body, though, by Metcalf it was too. Now they're in trouble. Lewis is away. That's gone straight at goal. Schindler Taylor's in front of... Oh, sorry, was it Lewis? Gets a handball out to Stewart. He'll need to get rid of that. Does. That's not a bad result for where they were. They were in all sorts there, the Bay. So Gibbs needed to be in front there. Good up previously and good work by his opponent there in Barrett. So the ball's been transferred down to the forward pocket. There's Coach Ryman and Jeremy Buckley, a star reserve grader for the Warners Bay Footy Club. Tell me he's pretty handy in front of a microphone too, Lucas. That ball's gone out of bounds in the full, however. Shocking kick, and that is Walford, who's got to kick no more than 30 metres from goal. That is a tight angle. Now here's Hunter showing you the professionalism. He's in that 10-metre arc, Lucas. He's going closer than it now. Now he's been told to go back. Yep. And as soon as he goes around, Hunter will come in, but he's still got room, Walford. Let's see him work through this and try and kick a goal for the Bombers. Walford, that's shanked, and out of bounds in the full in front of Broadbent and Anderson. So it's still very hard to kick. It still must be a bit of breeze up at that top level there, Louis.
It must be. Not a bad spot to give the ball away, though, right next to the behind post. We'll see what Anderson comes up with. Should go long down the line.
Plays on, and in fact does exactly, and that's out of bounds on the full. In fact, it's gone over the fence. So Reed will get this kick too far out from goal. I would imagine he's kicking into the light breeze, as you can see with those trees. He's a thumping kick, but I really think this should be hot spot. Looking. Surveying his options. Goes with a three-quarter wedge. Well done from Roach. Makes a contest. And the ball's out of bounds in front of umpire Parsons and umpire Mayo Luck. The Warners Bay ladies told me he had a good day today with the ball, Lucas. They said your umpiring was very good today, unlike the last time where at Warners Bay where they were in India, they said to say had a good day.
It's good to hear.
They were very disappointed actually in their performance today. That was genuine. They wanted to get in those finals, so hopefully next year. But well done to Killarney Vale getting into the finals this year.
They did miss Carlia Rocco, as we said earlier, David.
Indeed. Ball's not out yet. Kernahan trying to put pressure on, and it's out of bounds again. So a bit of a lull here in play.
Yep.
No goals at all this quarter after 9 minutes of play, so it's really slowed down. More of a slog. Reid and McDonald, Reid uses his body well. Debnam. Stewart's in there. Oscar Anderson's in there. And there's an over-the-shoulder or holding the ball. And they're away. That's an advantage. And they've taken it now. Nickel. Turner,
David,
thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry, Lucas. I corrected myself straight away. Got to stay in his file. How he's done that, I don't know. That was Barrett. Really well done. McClure's in there. Needs to get a short handball out to Sphinx, and he's away. Still on the football. Got to get on his feet. Ball stays in. Still Barrett. Left foot. I think that's out of bounds of the full. No, it's gone out before he kicked it,
Yep.
I think. Is the decision from Luck? Yes.
Darryl Luck on screen there. Hall of Fame in the BDAFL Hall of Fame. David?
Fantastic servant of the league.
Sure is.
Straight up. Okay. Umpire Cole Goodenough's got the footy. McDonald's got to get rid of that. Does. Tries to break a tackle. Spinks. I'll tell you what, they've quietened Hunter for a little while. They must have put something on him. He's hardly going to touch this quarter. Reid and McDonald. Reid. Turner's in there. Oh, beats a tackle to Sinclair. Strong rooster he is. Really strong. Lachlan. Anderson, I beg your pardon, misses a sitter. Has enough time. And a lovely short pass to Irwin. That's the thing with Anderson. He seems to have all day, Lucas. He really has got time to sign him a class play. Metcalf's got to make a contest. No, it's not a contest made by him. It's made by Nickel. And he's big ruled to have interfered with Hassel. So the redhead goes. Oh, Mark almost taken. Walford, great tackle made. Gets up. And what's the decision? There's a whistle being blown. Is that 50? I think it is. Umpire's running backwards. That's the sign, isn't it, Lucas?
It is. I think it was either for he dropped the ball there in disposal, so it was either holding the ball or an incorrect disposal as a throw.
Yeah, and then he's kicked it away, and the umpire's pinging for it. Now, what I don't know is who's got the kick, Lucas. I still don't know. McGrath's got the football, and it looks like Kai's going to take this kick at centre-half forward. What now? As Lucas Holmes was talking about earlier today, there is a spare man in the slot. Gibbs is taking on two people here. That's a ridiculous attempt at a free kick at a mark. And he needs to learn, Kane, he's going to have to work through these things. He's going to come up against more of that sort of stuff as he goes on. Short stabbing pass finds Jabur. Goes square. Finds Reedy. Probably the safest bloke on the ground to go to.
Almost go again here, but decides against it.
Short. Dangerous. Half volley. Got to be good here and clean and crisp. Irwin at ground level. Dragged out of it, I thought. Oh, good handball comes out of there. Lovely work. Really was. And at that ball comes to Mumford, who hits Hunter. That's almost 50. He's asking for it. Clip by Watford. So there's Hunter. He's got Metcalf in the centre, who could turn and go onto his left. Does. Trying to get the ball quickly up towards the Gibbs area. McClure. Gibbs runs over it. And out of bounds. Yes, it's clear to see what Lucas Holmes spoke about as early as 2 quarters ago, is that they're really trying to shut Gibbs down by making him go in a 2-1-1 contest, and it's working to a large extent, although Kanye's kicked 3 today, Lucas.
He has.
He's in this right contest, gets beaten by Ustav. Turner, almost disposed of illegally. McDonald gets a handball away. Metcalf's got to get rid of that. Intercepted by Reid. Puts the ball up with a Gary Owen. Out to the flank. Schindler, Taylor and Lewis, which has been an enthralling battle. And in fact, I think Schindler Taylor's winning that battle just slightly. He's been very good. And again, it's got to do with Schindler Taylor's agility and foot speed, Lucas.
Yep. He's been used in that sort of halfback flank wing role for most of the year by Marty Roman. I think he's paid off. He's got that speed, and his use of the football is impeccable, David.
Indeed. Carrick's on his non-dominant, gets onto his left now with that unusual dropping the ball style. Stewart's got a punch. Reid might have kicked a goal here. It's a big contest. Scott Reed puts them back in the game. Scott Reed's third in close quarters with Lynch Stewart and the behind post. Sorry, the goal post. So Killarney Vale, 5-3-33. Warners Bay 6-8-44. Game on here. Lucas Holmes.
The entertainment grounds on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds has quickly established itself as the premier events location on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds is an indoor and outdoor multi-purpose community facility for functions, events, festivals, weddings, exhibitions, as well as horse racing.
Big collision there between Lincoln Stewart in particular on the goal post. Well done, Reed. Really, really, really good work. Just bringing up some scores for you. Try and get a couple of updates from the Black Diamond Cup, although the Newcastle City Torregovoca game's only just started. So we're with you shortly. So umpire Stephen Bloom. Oosterhoff wins that one. Oosterhouse played golf. Oosterhoff. Tap out from Irwin. Sinclair, who's a big, strong man, stays in front, although goes to ground. Here's a chance. Handball comes out. The very talented 15-year-old McGrath hits Deverill. Can't quite take the mark. Kernahan has been quiet today. That's a good tackle, though, although he ends up legging him. Mark should be coming to hunt. Oh, I didn't look at the football and gets a piece of it, did Mumford. Comes out again. Gibbons, handball out. Jake Roach playing off Deverill. Jake Roach, McClure, he's the extra man. Gets nutmeg. Now, can he put a shepherd on? Can Gibbs put a tackle on? No, he can't. Under all sorts of pressure. Corey Deverill in there. He's kicked that just out of nowhere. Kernahan has time. Falls over. Intercepted, not taken. Carrick. Left foots it. Lots of pressure. Great quick handball. McDonald's goes straight over his head. Irwin stays at ground level. Stays low. Handball comes out. And decision is, I reckon, I'm not sure what the umpire's given. His hand went one way, then the other. That's a holding the ball decision paid to Matthew Spinks. It's Irwin.
Yep.
Got the beard as well. Matthew won't be happy. Up the back, lovely grab by the ruckman Oosterhoff.
5 minutes left.
Kanye's got to walk away. That's going to be 50 if he touches him. Goes square. Finds Barrett, who's a left footer. No, it's not actually Barrett. Just wait and see. Just looking forward how he kicks his football. It is. Got it right the first time. Comes short in front of us. Carrick. Good work by McGrath. Shuts him down very quickly. And we've got a ball up. We've got a throw in. And we're 15 and 3/4 minutes into the quarter. Umpire good enough with the football. Warners Bay leading by 11. Out that ball comes to Carrick. He's got a chance here. Ball comes out. Cross hits. Corey Deverill. Hasn't had the cleanest of hands, to be fair, today. Corey's had a couple of fumbles. So we want this game here, don't we, Lucas?
We do.
One here we do. So first one's Cardiff and Nelson Bay. We'll get a score for you there. And that ball comes from good enough. Oh, huge tap out of there. Massive.
Cardiff up by 5 goals, David.
29 points, correct, Lucas. 59-30 is the score there. At Hillsborough. Oosterhoff gets in front, gets the tap out. Jake Roach goes long. McDonald taps it instead of grabbing it, which is a right option. Wow. Yep. And ball comes tapped out off the hands of Lewis. Just waiting to see how that ball's come out. It's a throw-in. And in the other game, early on at Newcastle No. 1 Sports, Terrigal off to a fly. They're leading by 26, 35-9 over Newcastle City, and that's got permutations for the top two if Terrigal stay in front. Jake Roach at the back gets a quick kick off. That'll be a good result for Warners Bay, though it doesn't go out, which is what they would have wanted. Here's a chance, Gibbs. Got to put his body on the line. Handball's out, very unselfish. Oh, and he's missed the goals from 2 metres, Warner, if he's non-dominant. Warners Bay 6-9-45. Killarney Vale 5-3-33. Short ball comes out, taken by Wilson. Walford comes at that hard in front of Vaux and McGrath. Good contest. Jake Roach applauds the contest made by Vaux there, who's a very small player, very gutsy. Lucas Holmes gets in and under.
He sure does.
As does his brother. Throwing comes in. McDonald wins well. Schindler Taylor in front. Lewis works him out of it. Schindler Taylor's back in there. Oh, over the shoulder should have been paid to Walford. McDonald's made a very good tackle and has been rewarded. We've been talking about McDonald's tackling today. Well done by the young man. He's got to get up now. Walford's got to walk away. He's been pinged. McDonald's too far out to score. Now, let's have a look. Ustov's
Roach.
in the slot. Roach. Ustov's still in the slot here. It's a 1-on-3. Roach Gibbs at the back tries to make a contest. Nickel. Now Warner's Bay can get their numbers. Jake didn't have time to look, but they had Ustov sitting in the slot and another backman in the back on their own trying to stop Gibbs. And Gibbs actually made a decent contest, Lucas.
That's what you want from Ingrid Ruckman and Tim Osterhoff, though, sitting in the slot, not allowing full forwards to lead at the ball.
Yes. Comes out there. Irwin. Looks square to Roach. Oh, should have hit him because that would have been an easy chance of goal for Jake. Stewart at the back. Got all day. Goes down the spine. Gibbs tries to get his hand out and does. Deverell, good tackle. Under all sorts of pressure here, Killarney. Can they get out of here? Barrett, the dependable backman, left-footed. Finds Lander. Takes a mark at the second grab. Jack Roach almost encroached on that mark. Went very close. Spinks. Tackled immediately. Stewart's got to be smart here. Oh, he hasn't been because he's hit it straight to Burnlight. No! Oh, he's a good forward when he gets going. Burnlighter kicks another goal and Killarney right back in this game. 6-3-39 chasing Warners Bay. 6-9-45. Lucas J. Holmes.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They are also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL. We just saw then, David, Killarney Vale soaked up all the pressure in the back line, went coast to coast, and Harley Burnlighter from just inside 50 kicks a goal. Now they're only a goal down. Killarney Vale doing the chasing they've been a lot better in this third quarter, David.
Totally different. That second quarter they had a lull. They've come back hard. They've kicked only 2 goals this quarter. And we have a big game on our hands here. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, with the results as they are going at the moment, Warners Bay are in the finals contention if they get home today. So it is a massive game for Coach Ryman and his men. They've got to get going. Killarney Vale looking at doing some serious damage here. They're playing good football, better football than the Bay at the moment. At the back is Chaplin, gets that ball down long. Schindler Taylor reads it beautifully. It's not Schindler Taylor. In fact, I'm sorry. Down that now. Deverell's got a chance. Can he have clean hands? He'll step inside here. Tries to put the jiggy jig on Burnlighter and gets beautifully tackled. Great work, Burnlighter. A couple of great minutes there for Burnlighter. Deverell not quite quick enough. Burnlighter goes long down the flank. Oh, good spot up. Lovely work. Finds Wilson. Jumps over the mark. Could have been 50. Schindler Taylor, gutsy. Going back with the flight. Spinks. Gets it out by foot. In comes Cross Hicks. Can't control the football. Warners Bay under a lot of pressure at the moment, Lucas Holmes, and I mean a lot.
They are. They've been very good, as we just said. Their pressure around the ball, they're sort of picking up the ball, and their disposal has been very first class this quarter as McDonald takes it out of the ruck.
Short throw in, gets it to Stewart, who hits it straight down the throat of Max Mumford. Kernahan comes and mans that mark, does a good job, as you'd expect of an experienced footballer. Anderson in the slot, you can see him right on your screen with the pigtail. And Stewart actually outmarked Reed there. Well done, Link Stewart. That doesn't happen very often. Stewart's looking for options, gets called to play on, tries to hit McDonald and does. Gets out of it, almost plays on. In fact, called to do so. Nickel away. Beats his man too easily. Awful kick. Luck is a massive fortune. Warners Bay is going to get out of this. Sol Brown off. Gibbons. Can he hit someone? Gibbs is in front. Deverell's with him. Gibbs has got to look to Deverell. He's got to stay in front. He was watching his man too much. Well done. They've beaten him pointless this quarter, has Beckett. Goes long. It's a 4 or 5 on 1 to Warners Bay. Anderson puts the speed on because Lewis is chasing. Good tackle, Lewis. That's almost holding the football, umpire. Really well done by Lewis. Very disciplined tackle. Didn't push him in the back. Spinks in front of us has got to start getting some football to give them some drive and direction. Reed! Wow. Scott Reed's 4th goal out of a ruck contest. Something from nothing, and it is all tied up here at Adelaide Street Oval. 7-3-45, 6-9-45. Lucas Holmes.
Marksman Workforce. Marksman Workforce have been great supporters of the Black Diamond AFL since 2016.
Well, there's 23 minutes gone by the time this ball comes up. Warners Bay need a stop. They need to get and recalibrate because Killarney Vale's come from there. Here you go. Reed, ruck contest, too strong for... They knew what he was doing. Too strong for McDonald. Gets him off balance. Right hand check side. And right foot check side, I'm sorry. So, yeah, look, Killarney Vale looking the goods at the moment. They're playing good football. They've come. Here you go. If we can get a coverage of this at some stage, there's a spare man in defence, and it looks like Barrett. There's a 3-on-2 here. Gibbs is being surrounded by 2 players, which means that Warners Bay must have a spare somewhere.
Which is Josh Nicol off the half-back flank.
Thank you,
David.
Lucas. So Nichol's gone loose for, and it'll be interesting to see how that gets dealt with in the next quarter. In the last quarter, cross Hicks, straight over Spinks, puts the ball up. All should have been taken, really. It was uncontested. Quick kick comes out. Not taken. Spinks stays low and gets the benefit of his smart play. Kernahan, good smother. Now good contest.
He's dived
here.
on that ball.
If there's a tackle being made. Interesting. So 45 apiece just at the end of the quarter. McDonald and Oosterhoff, these two have had a ding-dong battle all day, and there is quarter time. Couldn't be closer, ladies and gentlemen. It's 45 apiece. Warners Bay 6-9, Killarney Vale 7-3. Scott Reed 4 goals, Max Mumford 2, and Harley Birdliner a cracking goal in that quarter for Killarney Vale. Warners Bay 3 to Kane Gibbs, 1 to Tristan Water, 1 to Sol Brown, and 1 to Benjamin Kernahan. Lucas Holmes before we go to a quick break.
Well, we just saw that. It was an exact carbon copy of the second quarter just for Killarney Vale in that instance, Dave. 3 goals to none. Just wrestled this tendency back, looking for a comeback from Warners Bay or Killarney Vale go on and win this game in this last quarter, David.
Marty Ryman will not. There'll be a spray coming. They've just gone off the boil. They need to keep running, and everything's still at them. And look, you know your club. Those blokes will know on the phone that Cardiff are beating Nelson Bay. They've got to be able to work through a game like this. Killarney Vale's playing on a big day for them without much to play for, so they've got to get back in the game. And look, we'll have to wait and see what happens in this next quarter, but it will be fascinating. We'll go to a break and come back with you for the start of the fourth quarter.
It's like I'm dreaming, you're the one I'm all about. Say
The Havel H2. From just $23,990 drive away. Every drive is a surprise. Have it all.
Welcome back to Adelaide Shred Oval. Warners Bay still in their huddle. Just a couple of quick scores. Cardiff up by 42 at Hillsborough over Nelson Bay, and Terrigal Avoca leading Newcastle City Lucas Holmes 41-21 at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. So, Warners Bay breaking now, and fascinating to see how they approach this last quarter, given that the impetus and the momentum is all with Killarney Vale, Lucas.
It is that we've seen it sometimes. The quarter time breaks often haunt the team that have sort of got the momentum up, but we'll see in this first 5 or so minutes how either side are going to approach this last quarter.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be really interesting to see how they go about it. Just getting a Maitland-Singleton score in the plate, which has got permutations for that competitions. See if they're live scoring. Wow. Holy smoke. Singleton leading Maitland 6-13-49 to 1-10-16. See that bad kicking? I reckon Matt Oval sits on the side of a hill, as you know.
Yep.
Windy. 33 points to Singleton. Wow. Away we go. Massive last quarter here for Warners Bay. All they've got to do is win by... And the siren keeps going. And away we go. McDonald, beaten by Oosterhoff. Spinks coming off the wing, handball out to Hunter. He needs to get a lot of kicks this quarter, Hunter. Jake Roach at the front, gets the football, handball's out. Little kick comes out from McClure. 1-on-3 there. Brown makes a contest, gets the football. Nickel. Over the shoulder almost. Nickel's in there. He's still got him in headlock. It wasn't Burnlighter, it was Simpson. Stephen Bloom wants some room behind him. McDonald. Brown at the back. Can he get the football? No, he can't. Nickel almost in the back there. Ball comes out. Little grubber. Got to hold their feet here. Spinks is going to kick that one in out of bounds on the bounce. And Cole Goodenough will have the ball here. So a minute gone. No score. You can see the breeze pictured there. It's a light breeze, I suppose is the best way of putting it. I reckon it'd be howling at Maitland just quietly, Lucas.
Yeah.
Comes out. McDonald gets that tap out. Spinks. When Matt Spinks looks back at this season, he'll... if he goes back and has a look at what his KPIs or his review or whatever, he'll think to himself, gee, the amount of times that I just haven't got clean hands on the ball. And he's just a different player than he was this time last year, and he's good enough to be an absolute star. I've seen him do it at rep level, Lucas. The man can seriously play.
He can. We saw that at that game down at Wagga last year.
Yeah.
A spectacular goal in that game.
He's a young bloke, and like a lot of the blokes, they'll just have another year behind him and understand it. The thing is with Spinks is he's got the ability to be a real leader and really do some damage, I think. I just think he's got such good skills. Lovely ball out from Jabur, although I think he might have kicked it out of bounds in the full with a barrel. He has, and Oscar Anderson will get this kick out there way out on the flank.
That's the thing with Matt Spinks. We've seen it in the past. He's played a few Swans Reserves games, David. He's shown he can do it.
Absolutely, Lucas. Anderson, this impressive youngster from Port. Short. Doesn't find his man. It's a dangerous place not to. Brown gets a little grubber out. We'll need a result here, Warners Bay. Tackle made, ball out, I think. Yeah. So there's a result for the Bay out of an average disposal or two. So the two prime ruckmen, McDonald and Oosterhoff, we might be saying their names for the next 10 or 15 years in this league, Lucas, if they don't get picked up by others.
He may.
Ball comes out, it's gone straight up in the air. In front was Sinclair. Comes to Beckett. Oh, now trouble. It's a 1-on-2. Schindler Taylor's got to be smart here, and he is. Anderson's wounded. He's just coming back in the play. There's still loose men on here for Killarney Vale. Can they get it to Reid to do some damage? Stewart's got to be careful. So Reid goes a long way back. Kernahan's put pressure on, and it's 3-on-0 here. Hassell's got a contest. Irwin's got the football now. Away they go, the Bay. Can they work through it?
Ben Kernahan is down in back play, clutching in his lower leg area, David.
Yes, saw that. Can see that in the back. He's up. Still proppy. Not happy, I wouldn't think. And they've lost one already. Doubt that Kernahan would want to go off. Ball comes out. McGrath gets beaten by Walford. Perfectly read by Turner, but he drops a sitter. Carrick's away. Beats one. Beats two. Finish it, son. Oh, Schindler Taylor at the absolute death puts Killarney Vale in front with a rush behind. Killarney Vale 7-4-46. Warners Bay 6-9-45. And Warners Bay just can't score, Lucas Holmes.
They cannot. Very, very well done there by Rob Schindler-Taylor. Last line of defence, smothered the ball through for rush behind.
Yes, you want the Killarney Vale player who was running, he did the right thing. He tried to shepherd it through, be unselfish. Schindler-Taylor's got a very good piece of that. Looking for McDonald and Easterhoff. Now, McGrath's got to stay on his feet. She's got Jabeur with him. Stays on his feet. He's still in play. Deverell gets bumped out of it, but puts a contest on. Good result from the kick-out for Warners Bay right in front of their interchange bench. Marty Ryman, I'm sure, will be giving instructions. There he is, Coach Ryman, looking very pensive and concerned, as he should be. Killarney Vale's come from behind here, and they're playing good football. McDonald. Kernahan's recovered quickly. McDonald. Oh, good work there, but despite effort from McDonald. Turner. And holding on against Turner, I reckon. I still don't know who it is. So it's Carrick. Hassell's run down here. Stewart's got to pick him up. He's going to find him. He's still free. Out comes the lead. Can he hit him? Good mark, Burnleitner. Now, there's the difference. Burnleitner is sharp, and Schindler-Taylor couldn't quite catch him, Lucas Holmes. So Harley's got a chance to put Killarney Vale 7 points in front, which if you'd seen the scores at halftime and the way the game was going, you wouldn't quite believe. So Burnleitner from centre-half forward will probably kick from about 35 or 40. The breeze has almost stopped unbelievably. Burnleitner, what's he done? He has missed. Killarney Vale 7-5-47. Warners Bay 6-9-45. We've gone 5.5 minutes, and Warners Bay need to start countering, or else it's going to be a long off season.
They do, David.
Schindler-Taylor's got the footy. Anderson's short's been covered by Reed. He's going to go. No, he's going to go far side. He must be precise, and he's just Link Stewart. Handball comes out. Trouble if he doesn't step. Beautiful step. Well done. Goes check side. Now, Deverell, that's Lachlan. Gets it away. And away they go. Steps his man to Irwin. Gets an awful hand pass off to Brown that he picks up eventually. Makes it look good. Puts that ball up. Gibbs. Oh, no, he almost took a chest mark. Pushed him out. He's still on his feet. Gets a kick away. Looks for Roach. Jake's being held out of that. Puts pressure on Debnam. And they've got a stoppage. Gee, Kane Gibbs almost took that mark. He did the body work. Just couldn't quite grab it, Lucas.
Did all the hard things there, Kane Gibbs.
Did and tried to play from inside or in front, which is what he's got to do as a strike forward. Jake Roach taps out left-handed. Read beautifully by Beckett. Oh, Spinks is alive here. He's gone over the shoulder on him. Dragged him out of play, I thought. Good tackle. Another one, mate. Corey Devils in there. Debnam. 20-metre kick is a ripper. Anderson out of bounds. So almost on centre wing. Killarney Vale still up by 2 points. It's been a very quiet second half. There's only been 3 goals kicked, and they've all been kicked by Killarney Vale. Scott Reed has 2 this half, and Harley Burnleitner. What can Warners Bay do, or can Killarney Vale kick on and finish them off?
Not going to pack up.
The 2 Tyros, McDonald and Ustoff. Ustoff gets that one. Debnam around the corner. Picked off by Anderson. Anderson immediately puts it forward. Who's in front? Jake Roach has got a chance here. No, beats him. Picked up beautifully by Metcalf. Should put this into a dangerous position. Gibbs has got 2 on him again. Deliberate decision, beautifully marked by Barrett. Warners Bay have got to figure out. They could even just kick it the opposite way to where Gibbs is. If they're going to take 2 blokes, that's an awful kick. Not for the first time today. The kicking out from that pocket's been awful at times, Lucas, and I'm sorry to say it, but it has. Now, Corey Devill's got a chance at goals here. It'll really test him. Have Killarney Vale got someone stopping you running inside? They have not. Let's see Deverell work through this. He's not more than 30 metres out. Puts it up. At the back, Gibbs off the ground lazily. It's kicked in by Gibbs. I think Kane Gibbs has kicked it off the ground, Lucas. Waiting for Jody Jackson. Warners Bay in front with an opportunist goal, Kane Gibbs. Warners Bay 7-9-51. Killarney Vale 7-5-47. LJ.
Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. Subway. Eat fresh.
Well, I thought Gibbs had done a lazy thing with a flick, and then it came back to him on the ground. Watch this. Here he goes. Comes back. Gibbs, little right footer actually. And Gibbs has 4. So the 2 leading goal kickers in the league at the moment have 4 goals each. and we have a thrilling game ensuing. 8 3/4 minutes gone. Warners Bay up by 4. Their season is on the line. So Irwin's away here. He's got a chance. He's got to be good under pressure. Was superb. McGrath, that'll be marked. Way they go. Got to make a tackle. Oh, well done. Still comes out to Mumford. He's a good user. Reverse barrels it. Reed's dangerous. Speaks has got to put a tackle on. He can't. That's not 15. Play on. And a goal. Just trying to see who that was, Lucas. I'm waiting. I think it's Brendan Lewis, and is. Goal, Brendan Lewis. Killarney Vale back in front. 8-5-53. Warners Bay 7-9-51. LJ.
Hunter Vale, looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Vale and the range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $23,990, drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Vale, give you more. Book your test drive today.
Brendan Lewis coming off an 11-goal romp in reserves last week has kicked a beautiful goal there. Killarney Vale back in front. This game's going to ebb and flow all quarter. McDonald and Oosterhoff. Kernahan at the back. Couldn't grab it. McGrath does get a handball. Spinks needs to pick that one up. Can't. Just doesn't have the cleanest of hands today. Mind you, that was a hard ball. When things go your way, they go your way, don't they, Lou? And when they don't, they don't. Hunter is just been left free. That's who McDonald's going to look for, I bet you. Gets it out. Little short kick comes out. Leading the way is Carrick, who's left-footed. Gibbons has got to be smart here. Carrick will wheel onto that foot. Or pushes off him. That's a one-hand handball. And beautifully picked up by Bloom. Great coverage there on your shots of Jordan Carrick going with a one little sneaky one-hand handball. Under close attention from Gibbons. So well done, Gibbons. Short. Hits Hunter. Short again. Reed tries to interfere. McGrath gets up in the air and does a good job, and Reed's hurt. And 50 metres. 50-metre infraction, so that should be a kick to Kai McGrath. Almost inside 50, Lucas Holmes.
It is.
It's against Chaplin for going over the mark. Where is... Oh, wow. Oh, he's still going. Oh, goodness me. I'd love to buy land off him if that's 50 metres. Goodness me. Stephen Bloom has put this ball. Kai McGrath's going to kick from 35 to 40 out to put Warners Bay in front. McGrath. Low and shanks it terribly. And it's out of bounds on the full. And he didn't kick through it. A little short chip shot. So, maybe some justice there. Killarney Vale up by 2 points. About halfway through the quarter. The last quarter here. Again, Warners Bay's season on the line. They have to find a way. And Killarney Vale playing for enormous pride in front of their beloved crowd. Good tackle made. Thrown out of there was Irwin. Another good tackle made on Mumford by Nickel. Deverell. And gone! Josh Nickel a free kick for an effective tackle. Puts the mouthguard in the sock. And I'll suggest that Jake Roach is having a bit to say to Chaplin. Yeah, absolutely. And he's trying to annoy him and try and get a 50 here. How unusual for Jake Roach to have a quiet word, Lucas Holmes.
Not very unsurprisingly.
No. There's the breeze in your background there. It's picked up again on that side. Nickel. What's he going to do here, Lucas? That's a good kick. Oh, he's put him in front. What a kick under enormous pressure, Nickel. Killarney Vale, 8-5-53, and Warners Bay in front by 4 points, 8-9-57. Lucas J. Holmes.
Belmont 16-footer sailing club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL.
So, interestingly here, this looks like Kane Gibbs has gone into the ruck. Can you see if McDonald's having a rest? Because I think Jake Roach is playing out the square. I don't think McDonald's on the ground at the moment. So, Gibbs has gone in.
He's on the interchange bench.
Thank you. I can't see from my angle. So, Gibbs into the centre. Jake Roach out the square. Gibbs does get that ball down effectively. Coming through quickly with Spinks. Now, Brown's got some room. Brown's got a lot of room. So, Brown! And misses. Point Warners Bay, 8-10-58. Killarney Vale, 8-5-53. What they were doing with their marking on Brown there in the forward line's beyond me. Scott Reed will not be happy. I imagine the huddle's coming in now. There's one player, there's two players in the pocket. Jake Roach is issuing instructions. Jake Roach has got the back pocket. Someone's out at Burnlight is short to right. And the puddle's coming Combox side. He's gone short straight down the spine and found Lewis on the chest. Lovely pass. Spinks backs off on the mark. Lewis goes long. Oh, good work by Sinclair. Stays in front on Warner. Big, strong brute of a man, this fellow. Ordinary kick, but he's found space with Burnlightner. And his Burnlightner's importantly got Reed one out. Reed wants it at the back. He's got the sit. Stewart's going to have to do well. He does superbly well. Oh, there's a push in the back to play to Reed. Is it holding the man?
Holding, David.
Wow. Reed, you could see Reed calling. Once he knew he had a one-on-one, he wanted that football badly. So just a matter of the angle here. Regardless of the angle, there's no one stopping him running around, but I would back Reed to kick this 9 times out of 10, Lucas.
Looks like he's just going with the drop punt too, David.
Yeah, he's not running around, is he? He hasn't gone around the corner Stevie J style. Reed, and he loves it. The league's leading goal kicker kicks his 5th goal in a magnificent performance. Killarney Vale up by a point, 9-5-59, Warners Bay, 8-10-58. And there are 8.5 minutes official time left in the game. So anyone can win here. What a great last quarter this has been so far, LJ.
It has, and it will continue to be. It'll be interesting. We have to come up with a Subway Morissette and a Bar Petite player of the match for these two sides.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting conversation, Louis.
It will be.
Gibbs is trying to put his left shoulder in here and tap right-handed. Sinclair's in there. So Oosterhoff and McDonald are both out of the ruck at the moment. Sinclair wins it. Kernahan puts a tackle on. Gibbs runs over it. Walford gets it out. More one-on-ones. Burnlight and Schindler. Taylor! Stewart gets it, reads it beautifully. Well done, Lynch Stewart. Goes with a helicopter, but he's done the business. Except that Deverell's been outmarked beautifully by Simpson. So Ben Simpson's got this. He looks short. Spinks straight down his throat. Now, can he make him pay? Goes wide. Got a one-on-one. Lachlan Deverell goes to ground, importantly. Here's a chance. Jabua shanks it. Lucks a fortune. Finds Wilson. Wilson centre wing. Anderson on the mark. Puts it up. Schindler Taylor's got the sit. And takes it. Oh, that should have been a mark. Must have paid to come off Lynch Stewart's hands, Lucas. That's the only thing I'm thinking he paid. In front is Sol Brown, who's actually had a good last quarter, Lucas. He's been all right, Solomon.
He has. He's been good. Had let loose on that far wing.
Almost marked by McClure. Stays on his feet, importantly. Killarney Vale look to rebound here. Goes short and finds Chaplin. Gibbs on the mark. Now, if Gibbs is up there, I wonder if McDonald's back on the ground. I don't think that want him up too long. Another turnover coming. Here's Matthew Spinks. He'll go long and direct. Finds Jake Roach! Turnover, Lucas. Absolute killer at this time of the game.
And Matt Spinks with the perfect pass to Jake Roach, David.
Been asking him to step in and get active. He's been good in the last 4 or 5 minutes. He's made an important marker against Lewis, and he's hit Jake. Jake's got to kick this. He's got to kick through it for Warners Bay. Jake Roach trying to put Warners Bay in front. What's he done? It's a helicopter, and I think it's a goal. Jake Roach puts Warners Bay back in front by 5 points. Warners Bay 9 goals, 10-64. Killarney Vale 9-5-59. LJ.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort. Pullman Magenta Shores Resort is an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast. Nestled between the pristine waters of the Pacific Ocean, Tuggerah Lakes, and surrounded by National Park, this resort offers guests everything. Impeccable service, amazing on-site facilities, sophisticated dining options, modern villa-style accommodation, and spectacular event spaces. Also proud BDAFL charity partner.
Darryl Luck with the football. We have 6.5 minutes left. Anyone's game still. The next goal kicker will be pivotal in this game. So Gibbs back in the ruck with Sinclair. Gibbs goes early. Sinclair beats him pointless. Gibbs gets the football out. Gibbs gets that ball down forward. Who's in front? Deverell. His ball can bounce anywhere. This is Lachlan Deverell roving. He's got a good shepherd from Jake. Hot spot and beautifully read by Barrett. Gets a left foot out down that line. Away they go. Spinks again. Does a very good job. Keeps that low under enormous pressure. Staying on their feet. Well read, however, Killarney Vale. Coming out of that, Wilson. Gets the ball out. Now Spinks. No, not Spinks. This is Vo. Leo gets that long. Oh, good mate. No, not paid. Danger. That's Nickel. He hasn't, has he? Touched, I swear. Yep. Beautifully done by Forster. So there's an even kick.
I bet say that is a very crucial point there.
Yes, it is. I shouldn't have interrupted. Yep. I beg your pardon, Lucas. Warners Bay 9-11, Killarney Vale 9-5. Time to go is 6.5. Barrett goes wide. All over. This is Irwin. Misses. Mumford picks up. Can he rebound? Now Gibbons has a chance. Can he pick it up clean? He can't. Great tackle, Sinclair. Chaplin's away. Goes long. Reads one out. Oosterhoff's down there. Stewart at the back's got to be good under pressure. Oh, superb handball, Schindler-Taylor. He's a good user. Goes long. Oh, intercepted by Chaplin. Where's Irwin? It's all on now, ladies and gentlemen. The intensity's picked up massive. Sinclair, well done. Goes the barrel. Burnlight. No, is it? No, I don't think that is Harley. I'm just waiting to see who that is when he turns around, Louis. So a reverse barrel hits. Still waiting, Lucas. Still can't see the number. It is. I beg your pardon. Yep. It is Harley. Now he's got his second chance to put them dead level. Burnlight, nah. There's the crowd's answer. We are dead level here. It's 65 apiece. 5.5 minutes gone. Sorry, 5.5 minutes to go. Lucas Holmes.
ISC has been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel for elite sporting teams for over 20 years. I'm proud to be the official apparel partner of the Black Diamond AFL. He's been one of their better players in this second half, hasn't he, Harley Burtleitner?
He's looked lively, hasn't he, Lucas? He's looked one of the most likely to do things positive in attack, and he's been very lively and he's been in front, which is important. So, ball back in the centre.
McDonald back in there.
Not a surprise. And who's with him? Oosterhoff. Chance here for Warners Bay. Oh, that's a throw. Spinks gets a left foot out. That's smothered. Hunter, who's been quiet this quarter. So Irwin's has had a couple of kicks. Hunter can't get that. So Carter for leading Nelson Bay by 57. So that one's done and dusted. And Carter for finishing in second place tonight, regardless of the result at number 1. Vo, good tackle, Chaplin. No prior would have thought. The umpire says, I'll have that, thank you. So 4 minutes 55 to go. Oosterhoff down to Vo. Bush straight in the back. Oosterhoff gets the kick. Schindler-Taylor beautifully read. G's been good at halfback today. Thank you, Lucas. And Terrigal-Avoca only leading by 12 points at number 1, 54-42.
And Oosterhoff's just down with what it looks like to be cramp in the background.
Oh, good mark, Lachlan Deverell. Sorry, Lucas, to cut you off there.
No,
Oosterhoff with cramp. You can see him limping. Lachlan's going around. He's been called a play on. Does a blind turn. Can he hit Jake Roach? Or is it Big Kane? Oh, it's a mark in front.
Metcalf, I
Nick,
think.
what's Metcalf doing up there?
Is it Metcalf?
I'm happy to be called. I was sure it was. Sure it was, Lucas. So, Metcalf is at a very difficult. He's right on the boundary line. He'll do well to get a score, Lucas. Any score puts Warners Bay in front. Left footer. Oh, a mark at the back. I think there's a free kick, is it?
Yeah.
Against Gibbs, I think.
For a push out.
Yeah, so no score. Unbelievable. Still on here. Beckett. Gibbs has got to stand on that mark. Does. Long ball. Spinks. Oh, in front, Mumford. Spinks couldn't get to the contest. Hunter's got to get himself involved.
They're out here.
Oh, they're out. Lewis won't drop that. He's got great hands. Vo's got a man up. Goes square. Looking for options. He's got Walford. Straight. Oh, smothered. Is there a rebound coming? Kernahan hands off to McDonald. They're out. Gibbons gets that ball forward. 1-on-1. Oh, good. Great contest. Here they come flying through. Ben Hunter. That's holding the ball. Gone. Both umpires call it at the same time. Ben Hunter daring to achieve and misses. Chaplin goes wide. Spots up Banfield. Here's a short ball here. Burnlight is on.
Touch ball.
Touch ball. Play on. So McGrath's got a chance. Gets a handball over. Beautiful to Kernahan. Sets up Irwin. He goes to the hot spot. It's downfield. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, undisciplined there from Banfield. And there's a downfield free kick that'll end up in the hands of Kane Gibbs, I reckon. Can we get a chance at a replay? Because that would have been picked up in the back camera, Liam, if you got a chance. I didn't see it. Thank you, Lucas Holmes, for watching. I was watching the ball. So Kane Gibbs has got a chance. We'll have a great view off Clay's Bar TV's cameras here. So watch behind play. Irwin, here comes Banfield, and pushes him in the back. That's an undisciplined act at that time. So Kane Gibbs, any score puts them in front. Kane Gibbs, looking at his 5th for the day. Bar TV pictures will let them do the talking, Louis. Oh, Kane Gibbs has kicked 5. Lucas Holmes is reasonably happy with that. Warners Bay now 1 goal in front, right at the death. There's 2 minutes less, just less to go. 1 minute 55. Warners Bay 10-11-71. Killarney Vale 10-5-65. And if they can hang on for the next 115 seconds, they are still alive in this competition in the Black Diamond Cup. Gibbs kicks his 5th off a downfield free kick off an undisciplined act, really, by Banfield, it must be said. No, nothing personal, just business.
Yep.
McDonald and Oosterhoff. Wouldn't be surprised to see if Warners Bay try and put someone loose in defence shortly. McGrath, Irwin, who's been really good, can't get a clean possession. Down at ground level. This has actually been a really enjoyable game to call, Lucas Holmes. Killarney Vale have been terrific. They really have.
It sure has. 2 of the 3 games have been not nail-biters. That first game was won by a point by Killarney Vale on a kick after the siren.
Ball kept in, smothered off Dednam. That's Hunter in the bottom. Not surprising. McGrath, now what's the decision? Ball up.
Called for it has Stephen Blue.
Okay, he has. 1:26 to go. Oosterhoff, McDonald gets that one down. Who can get the football? It's a throw. Who's got the kick? Is it Hunter or McDonald? McDonald's got to think about this. He's got time.
He's got to go square to Earl.
Who's he found? He's found Roach! Jackson, where's Matt Spinks roving? Couldn't quite get to the footy. Away go Killarney Vale. They're out. Got a bugger punch on. Well done, Gibbons. Right over there on that flank. He needs the line. And that's holding the ball. Not paid. Kernahan gets a handball out and it gets smothered. Still on here, Killarney Vale. Broadbent, great hands. What can they do? It's a one-on-one. Reed at the back. Couldn't quite get a great punch. Who was that came in? Was it Schindler Taylor?
It sure was, David.
Yeah, that was 3rd man in, Lucas. Wow. 34 seconds to go. This is it for Killarney Vale. Last chance in this game. Reed's up. If Warners Bay are smart, someone's got to go to that Jimmy Bartell position in the square. Link Stewart's going. Here they come. Here comes Roach. Here comes Gibbs. They're all coming down. They need a stoppage or 2. What can happen here? Short throw. Whistle blind. Don't know who's got the kick. It's a Warners Bay free kick. I don't know what for. Must have been interference in the ruck contest, was it?
Must have been, David.
And that's the game.
It is.
Wow, Warners Bay are alive. What an enthralling game of football, ladies and gentlemen. Killarney Vale will be distraught. They have given that absolutely everything. Credit to them. And Warners Bay have won, Lucas Holmes, ugly, in my opinion. 10-11-71 to 10-5-65 on a great afternoon's football at the Adelaide Street Oval in Tumbiumbi. Okay, Warners Bay goal kickers. Lucas J. Holmes.
Goal kickers for Warners Bay. 5 goals for Kane Gibbs and then singles for Jake Roach, Ben Sticks Kernahan, Josh Nichols, Sol Brown and Tristan Warner. And for Killarney Vale, 5 goals for Scott Reed, 2 each for Harley Bertleitner and Max Mumford, and then 1 for Brendan Lewis.
Lucas Holmes, what a game of football that was. That was a heart stopper. Now, Warners, can you go back to the scoring for me? I just need. Did Warners Bay kick 4 in the last quarter? Gibbs. Roach, Nickel, Gibbs. So, yes. Okay, 4. And how many and 3? What a last quarter. 7 goals out of the game's 20 in the last quarter. Lucas, that's a sensational game of Black Diamond Cup football. It really was.
It sure was. As I was saying before, that all 3 games between these 2 clubs have been great games, and it's just showed how close the competition is between those the teams just butting for that top 4 spot.
Correct. Interestingly now, Warners Bay have the daunting task of getting themselves together because they've got a massive task next week against Newcastle City, and Killarney Vale's got Nelson Bay. So, look, very, very interesting game of football. Warners Bay have escaped. I think the Killarney Vale were terrific, and Warners Bay just average, but they got the job done. Bar Petit and Subway Morissette are going to be very difficult. The Bar Petit will go to a Newcastle Warners Bay player, and the Subway Morissette to a Killarney Vale player. Lucas Holmes, first of all, Killarney Vale, their best players in your mind?
Best players for Killarney Vale. I think Sean Sinclair, I think, was fairly commendable around the ground, mopping up when Tim Osterhoff wasn't in the ruck. Scott Reid obviously kicked 5 goals, and I was quite impressed with Harley Bertleitner in that second half, David.
Yes, Lucas and Beckett and Barrett did well out there at the back. Mumford was okay. Osterhoff had a good day out, I thought. It's a tough one, this one. Dednam got quite a lot of touches. Lewis was lively. It's a hard call. Warford got a lot of the football. Do you have an opinion?
I'm not quite sure. But from both sides, it's been fairly hard to sort of get it down to sort of 1 or 2 players. I'm not quite sure with this one, David. What are your thoughts on this?
Reid with 5 was very good. It's hard to go past him.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look, we've got him before. You know what? Let's give it to Sinclair.
Yep.
I thought he was really strong and tough.
Yep.
So Sinclair there. So Sean Sinclair wins the Subway Morisset.
Yep.
And Warners Bay, well, Lucas Holmes. Where do we start? Oh, sorry. I'll tell you, I know who I think the best player on the ground was. Warners Bay.
I know who you're going to say too.
This bloke.
He was very, yes. Shit, I think you can narrow it down
to Schindler Taylor
or
and
Ben Hunter. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, I think Schindler Taylor was critical for them in the second half, and Ben had an okay second half.
Yeah.
Ben had one good quarter
Yeah.
where he cut them to pieces.
Yeah.
Schindler Taylor showed where I think he's going to play the majority of his football
Yeah.
in blue, red and white at halfback. He was superb and played on Lewis.
Yeah, about to say he had to do that job on Brendan Lewis. Very evasive, very quick player, and I think he's well deserved as the Bar Petite player of the match, David.
Lucas, thank you again for your expert commentary. Fantastic. Well done on a big day. Look, people don't understand how big a day Lucas Holmes has got. He umpires women's football, came in as an emergency in reserve grade and played, got a couple of kicks, he was telling me, and then as commentator. So, Lucas, great work to you. You're a fantastic asset to the league, and it's wonderful to have you in expert commentary with you, mate.
Thank you very much. Just before we go, next week, we're at Hillsborough Oval, David.
We're at Hillsborough for the first and only time this year. Cardiff and Terrigal-Avoca 1v2.
Yeah.
Huge game. Massive permutations for the finals and so forth. Lucas Holmes, thank you very much. To our wonderful Bar TV team, cameraman Justin and Clay and our EP Liam. Guys, as always, fantastic job. Thank you so much for the work that you do for us. On behalf of Lucas Holmes and the Hunter Vale Black Diamond Cup, my name is David Redden. It's a very good afternoon from Adelaide Street Oval in Tumbiumbi.